keep going.
What is it? I make the rules. Who makes the rules? Oh, we can just keep going. Oh, see, I love it.
Yeah, it trips me out a little bit. I don't like my voice.
I think it's like when I hear this, I like know that I'm in like the podcast, and because you can't hear
external.
It just puts you in this moment. I think that's the thing. Like people aren't present anymore. People don't come back and like actually be present with themselves and just have a conversation with another person. Like how often when you talk to someone, there's always like a phone distracting you, or there's like another thing distracting you, or a kid, or like or something. Yeah.
As soon as you're talking to someone and you see their eyes drift off, you're like, oh, I'll go fuck myself.
But I'm victim to that as well.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I do it all the time.
But how often is it like you just shut into like, okay, we're having a chat now.
Actually, what we're doing. Yeah.
That's why when I've ever talked to other people that do podcasts, like Jace McAlpine and stuff, it'll be like that thing where it's like, how often do you sit down with someone, actually interview them and like ask them a heap of questions about themselves, that then makes them ask questions about themselves. Yeah. And that's a really personal way to meet someone really quickly. Yeah. But yeah.
Do you reckon that's Sultan?
I reckon that is Sultan. I reckon it is. Mr. Hollywood. Do
you reckon you'll look me in the eyes?
Salty. Hollywood.
Big Salty.
What's the time? Oh, it's 4:30. So
such a famous thing to do.
Yeah.
Such a famous thing to do.
Just rock up late, hey. So this is Sultan's first podcast. We've been trying to plan it for ages. He said 4. He 4 at the latest. It's now 4:23, so we just got going without him. He's going to come in very hot, I reckon. Business.
No,
yeah.
15 grand a What a stitch up.
Oh, what is happening?
Yeah. Right.
Hi, dude. I'm
Sultan.
Nice to meet you.
Jump on in.
I've been stitched up big time.
So we might have.
So this is the first time I've actually met Sultan.
Yeah,
He didn't actually make eye contact with me. Yeah. I think it's too big time.
Do you reckon? I actually don't know a podcast where two people have actually met each other on the podcast. That's like straight into it. Jump on in.
Thanks, boys. 9,000 followers. I was kidding.
How does it feel?
That feels good. It's so good. Oh, classic.
Uh,
What are we doing here?
Putting headphones on and going in the world.
Dude, off.
I'm just going to pop in that side.
Done.
Oh,
It'll be alright. So, mate, we heard some exciting news happen today. It's good, isn't it? When you go in the world, you're going to have a good podcast voice as well, I reckon. So, lift that up.
Testing.
Yeah. Oof. It's crispy, hey?
It's rough hearing your own voice, hey?
That's bizarre.
Right. Sultan, got a bit of a confession, mate.
Was that you?
No, I stoked I met ya. I feel like we got good little thing going on.
Yeah.
But I've got a bit of a problem.
Go on.
I've last week I found this website where you could buy followers for people.
Yeah.
Go through the whole thing.
Are you kidding, cunt? Are you serious?
How did you
100%.
How did you stumble across this website?
So, honestly, I was looking at some people's Instagrams thinking, there's no way.
Bring this down a little bit. So, yeah.
There's no way 50,000 people like you. So
you did some digging.
So I did some digging, found it, and it started with one of my mate's chefs at a restaurant. He's this young kid, he's probably 19, and we just wanted to see if he acted different at work. So I bought him 20,000 followers.
I was on my phone as it happened. I'm like, what?
What's going on?
This isn't right.
Fuck, I'm so stoked.
I
Right.
love the video you sent as well. It was like Joe McDonald he followed you as well, so he
Yeah,
was at the
right
top
at
of
the
the
top.
video.
Oh, I can't keep up. I didn't even know you'd followed me.
You just blended in, slot in with the rest of them.
Maybe
yeah.
is it real? No, they're not real. Spion.
No, some of them are. There's a mixture. There's a mixture.
Well,
To be fair, Joe, like so I wanted to buy you like 50.
50,000.
Yeah, like I wanted to go more.
TNC, they've been like, we'll do 50.
Yeah.
100. We're doing 100,000. It'll be the best.
It would be. I still think it would have been better. I think 100,000.
I couldn't do it to you. I was.
I would have come in feeling big.
That's what I mean. Imagine the energy coming in. You're just like, oh, it's my day. It's my day. Finally, it pops.
Fellas,
We were going to go get your balloons.
Yeah, we're gonna go. You know when influencers hit 1 million followers or 100K, they have like the balloon photo at the front.
thank you so much for following me.
Mate.
You know, thanks to everyone that's been a part of this. Like, no one cares.
Mate.
No
I'm
one.
so stoked I
Not a
met you. I'm so stoked I met you.
What an introduction. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh boys, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Joe was asking, he's like, because I knew you two hadn't met, but I was like, you know when you're gonna laugh at having two people together when like you just take the piss out of everything, just like find fun. Oh man.
Yeah, well, Joe won Sultan none right now.
I think this is
I
like,
don't think we start this.
Yeah.
I think it's both none.
I think we've started it. I think this started the moment that my phone blew up.
I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night with 100,000 followers.
Minimum.
dude, this is okay because this is like, remember when we were up at the snow at Falls Creek and we
Yeah.
do shit like this? We're just like, it's just like funny, wholesome pranks to get people back, but like in a good way. You've got to come up with something good now.
What would you have done if I like said nothing and just like
John, I was
actually just like got around it?
Do you know what?
I would feel like kind of uncomfortable. Imagine if you just like, yeah, I don't know how. Like if you just said nothing, like you didn't think it was actually going to be a joke.
Yeah, I'm like, seems legit.
So this kid that I did it to, that I bought the 20K for,
Yeah.
full came into work, was talking about all the shout outs he got. Like, was full.
He was loving it.
Loving it. Texting people being like 20K.
It is what it is.
So he just owned it. He just owned it.
He owned it.
He lent in.
He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know that it was me that did it.
Does he think it just happens at sometimes? Like I've gone viral.
Yeah.
I've gone
Yeah.
viral.
Yeah.
With what though? Like you're not getting likes.
mean,
you're just getting people following you.
I had a brief minute of that.
Did you actually?
Shut up.
I wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Yeah, it felt good for a little bit. It felt good for a little bit. Yeah, money in the bank. That's money in the bank.
A bit of blood rush. That's fun.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, can I clear them off? Or this is just me now?
I think this is just you.
Yeah, it's you.
That's why it's a reasonable number. Like 8K is a reasonable number.
Man, you should have done,
imagine
you
if it
should have
was
done 200.
That's what I said. This is what I said.
I would have stopped people seeing how many likes I got.
Dude,
Yeah, you can shut that off, can't you?
Yeah, I would have cashed in. I would have cashed in.
I was full stressing to meet you, hey. I was not sure how you're going to take it.
I've just dropped 100.
Oh, they fluctuate. They definitely fluctuate.
Mate, some are real, some are fake.
Tough being at the top. Tough being at the top. What a start to you. What day is it? Wednesday.
Wednesday would start to you. It's not even it's the end of the day.
What an end
It
of
was
the
at the end of the day.
Feels like the start for me. The start of the new me.
What we're doing. All right.
Too
Well, I think this got to keep going. I feel like the pranks have got to keep going in some way.
I'm up for it.
I think it's.
You
love that.
I love this.
When we went to
This is what I'm about.
when we went to lockdown, like literally every day we'd come up with these like new ways of doing things.
Yeah.
And one of the mornings we had to make breakfast for the other person and we called it opening the cafe. So like we had a full cafe sign and we had like my coffee machine. So we'd have to like get up and make like a breakfast and everything. And like someone would come in and pretend like they were at a cafe. Like I'd be
Oh,
like we didn't know
properly.
we didn't know
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other. Like he was just
Aprons,
like,
everything.
It was like, oh hey sir, how's your day been? Like because it was in COVID, man. Like he couldn't get out, so we're just like let's just role play and like act this out. But it became a stressful job because like we didn't know when the other person would wake up, and you'd have to be up before them to like open the cafe. But like so it was around like 7 was like kind of like. And
The
then
given rule.
The given
Yeah.
rule, but it was like unspoken. Anyway, I started seeing this girl up there. So you imagine my hours got a bit like, they pushed on a little bit.
skewed.
And one time I remember it was like I stayed at her place and I was in bed in the morning, like, I got to go open the cafe. And I was fully...
Joe's going to be waking up pissed off.
I know, and I'm fully like passing out like, oh no, it's fine. Like we turned it into such a thing that I was like, I literally have to like, and I'm like, I got to go. And she's like, where are you going? I was like, I got to open the cafe. And she's like,
I run a business.
yeah, like, she's like, what do you
think?
She's like, what do you mean you open the cafe? Just Joe there. I'm like, yeah, nah, I got to go open the cafe. Anyway, it was like probably 9 o'clock. I run back and I open the door real slowly thinking he might still be asleep. And like, no one's up. And I was like, okay, he's not awake yet. Anyway, I like tiptoe in. I go, as soon as I press the coffee machine to turn it on, Joe was waiting at the door. He just swings over and is like, where have you been? just on cue, oh man, I just like jumped with shock and was like, oh, I knew I didn't fucking make it in time. Like, oh man.
If we can go back to pranks, because I love this shit.
Oh,
Just so you know.
Sultan.
So I'll give you a bit of a rundown on one of the pranks that I played on a mate of mine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically he got me with a good prank, and I was like, I need to get back at him.
Yeah.
And I'm very creative with what I do. Anyway, so he'd been going to the gym and like thinking that he was a bit of the man. So I was like, fuck, how do I get him? So I signed him up to a bodybuilding show. Right. I paid good money for this.
To
Like
get him
proper,
into the show.
into a bodybuilding show, natural bodybuilding show. At the time, he's on steroids, right? So I signed him up to a natural bodybuilding show. And then, so what happens on this show? They've got this back end platform that's like a Facebook for all the competitors. But I made the login me so I could control it. So I've gone on there, and there's like thousands of competitors that sit on the back of this platform, like G'ing each other up, getting excited and everything. So then I start fucking keyboard worrying and loving it. So I'm talking to like...
Can
we
do this right now? Can we get on this back end?
I'll see if I'll see if I can find it.
What were you saying to people?
So I was like, fuck, I'm so keen to get up here, boys. I'm just wondering, like, are we all good in the posing classes to wear, to wear our speedos? Is G-string all right? Like, just curious. I'm new to this. Blah blah blah. Then I'd post. He sent a couple of photos of him flexing.
Yeah.
So then I posted these photos onto this back end, like how do you think I'm looking? How do you guys give me some feedback? All this sort of stuff. Anyway, then I started talking with the president of the association, and I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, can't wait to get on that stage." All this sort of stuff. These guys are loving it, and then I screenshotted all of it. I'm like, Jaden. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said his name. I'm like, Jaden, mate, congrats on and then post. I'm like, congrats on jumping on and finally getting on stage. Like super excited, and just like. Everyone just lost it. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, why is he doing this? This is wild. So I stitched him up big time, and he wrote me a message, and he goes, you know what, man? I've got nothing to come back to this. You win. I was like, good man.
Did you try and go on stage? No. Come on. I would have lent into that. I would have lent.
Get up on that stage and piss in the cup afterwards.
That would have been the best
if we
part.
got disqualified for not even winning. It'd be great.
Imagine if it got him famous though. Imagine how many followers he'd have.
Well, mate, imagine if I had posted it now. The reach would have been huge.
Yeah. After that story, I'd formally apologise for what I've done to you.
It's too late for apologies, Joe. It's too late for apologies.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's good.
That is
good.
wild.
Yeah, you got to get creative.
Speaking of creative, we were talking. Do you want to talk about this? You know how you coming up to Queensland?
Oh yeah,
we were talking about this. Yeah. So we were talking about.
Surely I can't get charged for it now.
Well, Joe's got a follow-on thing. No, we'll tell the story first, and then I reckon we tell the.
Oh yeah, so I was living in Melbourne, and I just COVID was fucked, and spending 3 years in lockdown and everything
It was
like that.
I
hectic.
feel like you say COVID in Melbourne,
Yeah.
and everyone's just like, "Oh no, we get it." We get
Oh
it.
yeah,
it's like
but it was like legit. Like we're talking like 8 p.m. curfews, 5 kilometer radius of your house, armies like on the street.
yeah, fuck man.
Wild.
I remember that. I remember when the girl I was seeing up at Falls Creek, her dad had a stroke, and we
Yeah.
went down to Melbourne, and it was just like empty. Like just drove straight like 7 p.m. on just a random night. It was just a ghost town. I was like, this is eerie. This is so eerie, and just like
It was also so fine to do it back then, but now that
Yeah.
you've sat back and thought about it,
Yeah, it's insane.
brutal.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was like, I've got to get out because I'm
Yeah.
just sinking too much piss on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday. So it's like I've got to get out. So I caught a flick, and so what happened is, so Queensland were taking on people, and then you'd have to go through and do the quarantine. And I had a big weekend that weekend that I was meant to do my application. So I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just do it Monday. Like I'm feeling pretty average. Just do it Monday. Anyway, so in that period, they shut off applications. In the 24 hours that I was just like lying in bed feeling sorry for myself.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how I felt the next day.
oh man,
Far out.
that's a double down. Eh?
Yeah, oh, big time.
That-
Anyway, so then I was like, all right, what do we do? So I'm like, I've got to get out of here. So I'm just like, I'll just fly to Ballina because you could fly into New South Wales.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just fly to Ballina, and then I got a taxi from Ballina up to the border, which was, I don't know, 2 hours or 2.5 hours or something. And
As in the
border of Queensland.
the inland border, or
Yeah, so in Pigabeen, which is like right inland.
what's your taxi driver saying?
He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's all good, man.
Ah, shut up.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
All
About
good.
Yeah.
Just asking. Yeah.
You a cop?
Yeah.
it. Am I a cop? Man?
So then, anyway, so I get, and so like my dad and I had like devised this plan. We're like pulled up like Google Earth, and we're like looking at all these maps and everything like that. Anyway, so then I get there, and then there's like, it was like a 3 kilometer trek like through all this bushland and stuff, and then I ended up on the other
Oh,
side.
you walked?
Yeah, in Queensland. So like my backpack just. Yeah, man, I felt like a fugitive. It was
How crazy is that? Like it's like one country.
What?
It's
and
insane.
it's just like there's like these little blinds that we put in the sand, and then it's like you can't do this. And
I know. And because they had like full borders up and everything.
Yeah.
dude,
Down
Queensland was
that
hectic.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so then I put my car in the back of a tow truck with all my belongings in it.
Yeah.
I picked them up a week later.
because the truck drivers could come through when this.
They could come through, or a tow truck could come through. So they just dropped it off at.
Surely,
at my
like the
address.
police have seen this
I
car
had a
filled
mate-
with like all your clothes just coming through, like checks out.
Yeah, no, it'd be
But I
fine.
feel like some people were like, "This is stupid." Like they kind of
Yeah,
saw the fact
yeah.
I'm like, "This
Yeah.
is stupidity."
Yeah.
Like it is stupidity, really.
Even the guys on the
ridiculous.
border, some of them were just like,
I remember when we
and just
when we're in Albury.
fair enough too.
I remember when I was living in Albury Wodonga
Yeah.
around that area. I just remember this so clearly that like you couldn't come from New South into Vic, Vic into New South.
Yeah.
And then there was like an outbreak in Sydney and Melbourne was doing all right. So I remember literally at the border where the river was, they just got all the blockages and swapped them over to the other side and just closed the other side. I just remember it so clearly. I'm like what the fuck? Like, it's like, oh, you're sick now. Go away. You've got cooties. And they just like shut this bridge on like both sides. And I just remember like them moving it from one side to the of the road and then just to the other side of the road further back over the bridge. And they're like, all right, now New South Wales is closed. It's like, how, like,
No, it's like that's not actually.
someone shared this thing
Well,
around before and it was like, you know, when all the people wearing wacko shit to keep people off them, like all the buckets and stuff they were putting over their heads. And do you remember that shit? Remember
the noodles, the
Yeah.
pool noodles.
Dude, I went through the airport, like, started COVID.
Yeah.
These kids fully would just dress in, like, goggles,
Yeah.
helmets, and, like, they look...
You gotta feel sorry for them though, because their parents are obviously putting that pressure on them.
Yeah, these are kids.
Like-
imagine having those, like, parents is like, you're gonna die.
That's like the parent that made you wear Velcro straps at school. You know, Velcro shoes.
I like Velcro shoes.
Yeah, my shoes.
Oh fuck, you're kidding.
Shots fired. Shots fired. I was gonna say, I like...
What are the chances of that?
Mate, rough.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all good. No, they're good kids.
I think we know.
We turned out okay. We turned out okay.
You turned out psycho. Making me semi-famous on the Instagram world.
Well, that's a bold way to meet someone, but
It was very bold. I actually reckon it paid off. Paid off really well.
Yeah, it's good. I love it. It's good.
Oh shit! I was just like giving to people because I remember watching an old video as well when you were in Melbourne. You started like going around giving out food to people.
Yeah.
So we saw that and we thought, well, you're a giving person. We should give back to you with followers. But yeah,
Thanks, bro.
You started this cycle. It was
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was giving food to the homeless, and you've given me clout. I'm up for
Boy,
it.
that's valuable at the moment in a world like with today's society. That's good. We were thinking about
Where are our morals?
we're thinking about making a TV show, and we're going to call it Clout Chasers, and we're also going to blow up that page to like 100,000 followers, and then go and hunt down other people.
You're our first target.
Followers.
You're our first target.
You're the first episode.
So you're a fraud like us.
It's like we're starting a cult.
It sounds good.
Imagine if we actually came to your... This is the shit that we were getting up to at Falls. Like, we would come into your workplace with cameras and fully be like, bust you in front of everyone and be like, Sultan, where did the followers come from? Like,
What do you mean that's what we're doing at Falls?
like coming up with this...
When did we ever go into a workplace with cameras?
Excuse
The
me.
cafe, man. The cafe.
The cafe was at your home.
That was the place of business. That's a place of business, man. We turned that into a thriving business.
Believes his own lies. Like, I was running the cafe and...
Nah, but we were just like, we wanted to make like these stupid... kind of like what an Inspired Unemployed do. Like, we wanted to kind of like do
I think I've seen... I think you've showed me some of
We
them.
did some stupid shit. Like, we
You
did...
showed... I think you showed me like the... Were you in the bike one?
Yeah, the bike race through the apartment. When we raced them, like, keep your passion.
I forgot all about
Yeah.
And we had to make
so
we had
weird.
to make the guess. That's what I mean. That's
He's like, man, check this out. I was like, that's odd. It's like, this is the kind of material of a Velcro.
I have never showed anyone else those videos.
you buried that down,
Mate.
Oh,
Straight
Dude,
down.
can we for the record, can we just show the shoes? People are like Velcro. What does that mean?
Put it in front of the camera.
Just
To be fair, I actually like these shoes, and every time I've tried to
they're
buy,
actually pretty sick.
every time I've tried to buy them,
Beautiful shoes.
show it
Nice
up to the camera. It's really selling it. Also, Vans, if you'd like to sponsor the podcast, do it real slow. I reckon that's like, you know. You know how people do that? There's like a thing where you just listen to things like really like
Slowly.
when people like tap on mic. Everyone come up with the sound.
lost some thought. Fuck. Anyway, so did you have something in terms of the getting over the border thing?
Oh, no. We were talking about if we should talk about that on the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
right.
because he's got the point. Yeah,
And then,
because you won't get fined, because you were saying, I won't get fined now, but then Joe's got.
Yeah, apparently the Australian government, for all the fines to do with COVID,
Yeah.
they've reimbursed every single person.
Really?
Because I've read this.
Where'd you read it? Can we clarify this? Let's get some facts out. This is
No,
You're pretty solid about
news.com.
Are you sure?
this. Did you ever get a fine?
No.
You never got a fine.
No.
What about the people?
It was actually pretty exhilarating too, because like we had curfew of 10. So where I lived in Richmond in Melbourne, so like we had a big crew of like people sort of similar age, all that lived pretty close to each other. So we'd like just go to people's houses and just drink and like, just have parties and stuff. But then obviously you're leaving after 10. So there's like no one on the roads. So then if there is a cop, it's like you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So just be like riding home like pretty drunk and like just be like on these push bikes, just like flying home. Just like, this is the most exciting part of my day because I've been doing nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was odd.
It's just cool to be in those situations where it's like it is going to be a time when
excitement in my
no
life.
one's ever around.
Yeah.
Like when we were up at Falls Creek, like no one else was up there, and we went hiking on a real big snow day. And I think we got to the top, and there was like, it would have been like 4 people up there. Hey,
New South Wales, mate.
not Vic.
So I'm fucked.
What are they not?
cut this.
Are they not? Are they not reimbursing, or they are?
No, they are in New South Wales. That's
That's what it said. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not too stressed, guys.
You'll be right, mate. You'll be
right.
right.
Well,
I'm getting paid for my post now. So
yeah.
it's
Make
nothing.
But how like messed up was that? How people just would turn on other people, and then like you get this whole like, oh, you're wrecking it for me, or you're doing this. I'm like we're all in the same country here.
Well, that's but that's what happened. So
I know people got divided. Like we became little countries very quickly.
So when I made the run up here, this girl that I had seen, her friend was up here and caught wind of what I had done, and she's like, "I'm going to rat you into the cops," and blah blah blah. I was like going nuts, and I'm like, hang on, I'm like, just relax, take a breath.
I'm not sick.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
I'm fine. She's like, it's people like you that don't allow me to go home to see my family. I'm like, I've got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I have literally zero to do with that. So just calm down, and how about you just don't tell the cops?
Everyone got
really nice.
Everyone got
like it up here.
so divided though with that.
I know.
Like that became so quick. Like,
I was up in Noosa. I was living up there, and I had Vico plates on my one of my cars.
Like scum.
Honestly, dude,
I've still got them. Same.
Me too.
Yeah.
Just keep paying it.
Yeah, all good.
But I was driving around a roundabout, and this guy full on came in and tried to cut me off. Finger out the window. I was just like, what is going
That's
on?
insane, hey.
Psycho.
Like-
you're ruining our spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good. Just
It's just-
Letters on the car.
I love that
as
whole.
well.
I love that whole like
Really?
your
Yeah.
spot. Hey, imagine all like the Aboriginal people just like looking at this, being like, "Yep,
Yeah.
sick guys."
you guys are idiots.
No, but like like oh, you're ruining our spot. I'm like,
Yeah.
who's
yeah.
what your
This ain't-
spot?
this
This ain't
isn't
your
your
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's so funny how Aussies are like the first to be like, oh, ours, or like, oh, there's too many people coming, or like, oh, we're getting overpopulated and like bitching and complaining. I'm like, you weren't here first.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Like,
yeah.
I don't get the locals thing, you know, like even at
I hate the
surf,
locals
surf spots and stuff where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, locals. I'm like, it's the ocean, man. You don't own the ocean just because you hung out here for a bit. I don't get that shit. People get so angry at this whole
Just
like
a sense of like,
ownership,
Entitlement.
entitlement,
Yeah.
ownership over that.
well, just like being in, like having something to like fight for, like having a crew. And I was watching that Bra Boys documentary the other day.
that.
Not that like,
Yeah.
but like more just in terms of like, and what they were saying, they're like, it was a brotherhood, and it was just like this big crew of people that came together, and it was like, like it kind of was like they had a purpose, and not that violence is the key, or I'm not saying that at all, but
You want to feel like a sense of community.
but that's where it comes from, and then it's people that come in to try and change that, and then they've obviously got like the place has a big spot in their heart, so they just want to like keep it for them.
Yeah.
But
how like it's just a selfish way of looking at it.
100%,
Yeah.
100%, totally.
It's like if it's a nice place, let other people appreciate it.
Yeah, I think that also comes like the problem is that when that happens, a lot of the time places get ruined. Like what they used to be,
Yeah, but
it gets completely gentrified by
but the whole
everyone
thing,
that comes in and
and
doesn't appreciate the location or the space for what it was. Even Byron's probably a pretty good example of that. You know, like Byron's completely changed from what it was. It used to be this, this really
Little
beautiful
hippie
place
kinda,
where there was, and like the hippies that had like no judgment on people, and you could. Doesn't matter what you did, who you were, you would just be accepted. But now when you go there, you got this like socialite hippie kind of vibe. And like those people are probably the most judgmental people that you could actually meet.
Yeah.
And like
100%.
if you're not down with them, then you're like, why are you here? And it's like, well, hang on.
Yeah.
Like, isn't this meant to be a place of acceptance?
Yeah.
And I don't feel that is like that at all anymore. But it's just my personal opinion on it.
I find that funny.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah, like these spiritual, will like come across and try and be these spiritual people, but then they like won't align with other people that aren't them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's like
which is exactly
the opposite. It's like you should be able to align with everyone.
Yeah,
Or like have
yeah.
be on their level. But it's like no, unless you line up with them exactly, it's not.
It's like, what? Like you're not worthy.
And it's crazy as well because no one can like work in Byron now and actually live there. It's the same. Like it costs so much to live.
It's
Like
so expensive
to like buy a house and stuff now. It's kind of like it's like in Bright where I'm from. Like they never can get staff in any of the restaurants because all the housing's become
It's
too
too
expensive, or they've like Airbnb'd it.
Well, we're going through that kind of stuff right now in Perisher. So we're trying to
Get staff.
at the moment.
Do you live in Jindy?
Is
Is that Perisher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ginny, yeah.
Moving there
Oh,
to
nice.
this winter.
Sick.
Yeah.
So Joe McDonald. Welcome to the podcast. A little introduction. What do you do?
Heaps. No,
Yeah, you seem flat out today, man.
I just pump up people. I'm just an influencer builder, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We play some
run
management roles.
we run different mountains, just different government contracts for the mountains.
Oh, okay,
So
sweet.
it's family business. It's,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice.
Not
It's also a
mine.
real spark plug.
But,
Weapon.
Weapon, yeah.
Absolute weapon.
Bit of a weapon.
but we
Stay staunch, Joe.
we started.
We were watching Underbelly last night, and this guy had these two options. He could either go to Libya or stay here and stay staunch.
Yeah, he's like,
That was his two
it was
options.
like, you go,
We should bring that back. For
he's
sure.
like, cuz, you either go to Lebanon or option B, stay here, stay staunch. Fuck, that is
Mate, that's
too-
only one option. That is only one option. You're staying here and you are
and
staying.
it is not Lebanon.
He's not going on the plane, and he didn't.
Fucking hell,
Yeah.
so good.
But anyway, we're looking for housing for our staff, and to share a room in that town, it's $600 a week per person.
In Jindabyne.
Yeah,
Is it?
brutal.
Haven't they got like the staff accommodation there?
Yeah, but we've got to find that staff accommodation.
And that's the cost of the staff
Yeah.
accom there.
Yeah, that's what I
Why,
mean.
why though? Because like, are they renting that accommodation out to other people that aren't staff?
That I've started, yeah.
Like,
No,
how
no,
does the inflate? How does it get?
No. So it happened a lot with. They were explaining that it's a lot of the Airbnbs that got taken up. They just kind of passed that price onto the staff. They're like, we don't want to do Airbnb anymore.
But then it's like the staff don't even earn $600 a week. Half of
It's
them.
brutal.
Like if they're just working bar jobs and stuff like
Yeah.
that, like they're not.
But then now they're wondering why they don't have any staff.
Yeah.
Do they bank? Are they getting a lot of travel, like tourists back in, like overseas tourists? Because I know like it's
It's starting back up for sure.
Yeah,
For sure,
Yeah.
but-
because it's pretty big. Like it's pretty big, sort of
Yeah, yeah,
tourism
yeah.
kind of hot spot, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just not. It's not fair.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I think in Bright they're going to
Greedy
make, like, the
fuckers.
government's going to actually make just staff
Like a-
housing.
Oh
On
really?
the spot, they went like, I think there's like a
Oh,
new,
that's government
new,
run,
new
so-
yeah, government run. Like there's new estate going
Well,
in,
they-
and someone said there was going to be like, just staff housing that the
They
government.
do it overseas at all the resorts.
Yeah,
Like over
'Cause
in
literally
Banter
no-
and stuff,
no one can-
it's
yeah.
all just staff buildings.
you go to cafes, man, and there's like kids,
But it's
there's
government
kids
run.
working. Hey,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
yeah, so they definitely need that because it's.
I think I
growing
guess
quick.
like the difference is though is that it's in terms of from like Banff or anywhere in Japan or America or whatever, your seasons are like six months.
Yeah.
We get what 2.5
So-
to 3 months if you're lucky.
The rentals are for 16 weeks.
No, are they? Fuck, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, I feel like our seasons are getting shorter and shorter with snow here, man.
Yeah, but
Or like we'll get a big dump of snow and then it's just like, oh, actually it's like 10 degrees.
yes.
And then the entire thing just like your
it's
whole
like in
base
May,
melts
yeah,
and then
May.
it goes
but
grey.
the man-made snow
Mm.
actually opens it for a lot longer now.
Oh, like
So-
they keep
Oh, because they're
pumping
building
The-
more dams and stuff. Because
Yeah.
I know Bulla put
Oh,
heaps
is that
more
right?
dams in.
Yep. Yeah.
that. Ah.
And Falls Creek has that lake. So
They
where
just
Falls
empty it.
Creek is, there's this massive lake at the bottom
So
and
they
they
just
just pump it straight out.
Oh, right.
So their biggest problem is getting water is a lot of these mountains.
yeah, right.
and then
right.
that's how they stay open longer. It's man-made
I didn't
snow,
even
but-
think about that it would be
Mm.
a period of time before you run out of like your water supply, so you can't make the snow.
Well, a lot of the mountains can run out completely in like a week.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, it drains it pretty quick, doesn't it?
yeah.
But then a lot of the time won't it melt back into it in certain ways? But
yeah, there would be a regenerative kind
because
of.
you just have to use that side of the hill.
Yeah.
You just use
But
the
you
backside.
but you're not going to get everything back. Then you.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's going to soak in and run off and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Such an odd industry.
how like
like
just
Yeah.
make a year worth of income in 3 months.
It's nuts.
Try.
Man. I just got back from Japan. Actually, I did 2 weeks over in Hakuba.
Sick, dude.
Oh man, it's
Was
the
it
best.
good?
Wild, insane. Like I booked flights for the 21st of December, so I got over on the 21st.
Yeah.
2 weeks before, there's like not a centimetre of snow.
Yeah. You would have been
And I'm-
checking it on
I'm
Instagram.
there
and-
now.
He
I'm
was
like,
worrying.
fuck.
He was worrying.
I
Yeah,
was
he was
shitting
like,
myself.
oh,
I'm
this
like,
is
this
gonna
is
be-
fucked. I'm
Yeah.
like, going to go there and have to bloody, downhill mountain bike.
Loser.
No, kidding. Anyways, and then
Shots fired.
and
That one.
then a week out, just started puking, like
Yep.
so much snow.
Yeah.
And then I got there, and then, the night before my first day, had a meter overnight. I was just like, well, this isn't so bad, is it?
That's it.
And then like just snow the whole time, but then like clear, like visibility every day.
Sick.
It was sick, man. And like the snow there, I went there about 10 years ago as well.
Yep.
But the snow there, like, because it's such a dry place, the snow is so dry.
It's the
And
best
like-
feeling in the world, hey?
It's fucked up.
It's the best
It's-
feeling I've ever
yeah.
had.
I feel like a cloud, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like it. You like, you even if you come down a groomed run that's been chopped up, because they've had so much snow, you look. If it was not fresh snow, you'd be like, "Fuck, there's a mogul there," or like
Yeah.
you're going to hit something and end up launching.
Yeah.
and you just go boom, like straight
glide
through. You're just
over
like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I want to give that a go.
You'd
It's
love it.
so
You'd love it,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that might be
I was
an
tempted-
annual tradition.
I was tempted to come when you
So
went.
if you get over 10,000 followers one day, mate,
You'll get there, little buddy.
I'll invite you along.
Mate.
Free accommodation, all that sort of stuff, I'd assume.
what we do.
I'll have to hit up a few places, but yeah, I'm sure they'll be up for it.
Can we go on your jet again?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, perfect. Because I was keen when you got the extra ticket to go to Huckabee. I was like, oh, when you kind of just want to say yes to stuff. 'cause
Hey,
it
you
just-
should
it
have.
looks
You
fun.
should have come.
I just got here and when you get somewhere
Yeah.
new, it's
Yeah.
you're already you're excited for that. But
Yeah.
it was definitely a thought in my mind where I was like, take
Oh
a
man,
look.
we'll go. We'll plan a trip for end of the year for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it. I just Hakuba is it's because it's already still fairly mainstream now. I went 10 years ago. I didn't see an Australian there for the.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw I think I met 2 or 3 Australians in the. I was over there 15 days or something.
Yeah.
It was so good. I love Australians and no,
I know exactly what you
I
mean,
know
though.
what you're saying.
Sometimes you don't want to
go
hear that tang.
overseas and fuck, where you from, mate? Oh, from where you're from, mate.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. No, but
the chest.
I love Australians. We're amazing people. But seriously,
It stands out overseas, hey.
It does.
I'm always like, is that how I sound? And it's yeah.
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 But when you're a group of Americans or something, and then or French, or and then you hear an Aussie over the top of it all, and you're like, oh, well, that's me.
yeah.
Everyone else
100%.
sounds so elegant.
Yeah, especially in the French is real.
Even
nice.
South Australians sound arrogant. South Australians sound proper. And then you've got these grimy, nasty accents from the from the
Out west.
East Coast, mate. Yeah.
What is the best thing about Queensland anyway? Besides the accent.
Oh,
do
mate.
you surf?
Oh no.
That's a humbling sport.
And
That is
that's-
something that.
It's a problem, right? I don't and it's a really shit attitude, but I just don't want to be shit at something for a long time.
Oh, it sucks.
I feel like
especially
I
that.
feel like I've gone a long way in my life. I'm old enough now to not be really shit at something, which
Yeah.
is it's a shit quitting mentality. But I've accepted it. And
I'm fully behind that.
and I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
I get the surfing thing as well. Hey,
You're loving it.
well, yeah, but now,
Yeah,
it takes
yeah,
a while. You
yeah.
get, and even still now, I got held under pretty heavy the other day, and I was like, this is,
Yeah,
this
you
thing,
said that.
literally caught one of the funnest, best waves I've ever done. I went from Rainbow all the way to Kira.
Yeah.
And it was just that's perfect. And then I was coming back and I got hit by a set of 3. And I was just like, all right, this surfing isn't fun anymore. And it can change just like that.
So
Literally
quickly.
best way of my life, happy as can be, this sucks.
Anxiety.
Yeah, I need to get out of here. And then it just goes from that and then you catch on the way, oh, it's fun again. It's
Yeah.
just okay. It's
Especially out at Rainbow, everyone's just so no one's out there chatting.
dude, everyone's so
No one's having that.
really?
so
Oh.
angry. Everyone's so angry in surfing. I don't get this. It's you're
Yeah.
in the ocean, you're in the waves, there's heaps of them. And then people just okay, so if someone drops in on someone and it's not even that bad, there's like 3 people on the wave. It's a long wave. You're not even near each other. And you see these people death stare people and no one talks. No one smiles. Everyone just like looks past you or through you. I'm like, I was out there laughing because I was like...
Super confronting.
I caught a wave and I felt like real good. I just started laughing. I was real happy. I was like, I'm the only one out here like smiling right now. Everyone's just like death staring each other.
Yeah.
They're out there doing it for a job.
Yeah,
so.
like no one talks.
But that's the best thing about snowboarding, I reckon, is everyone, like all your mates, 5 mates...
Loving it.
Same run, same time, get down to the bottom.
Yeah.
You just experience the same
So,
thing.
Dad, let's fucking shred this thing. Go!
That's
Something
it.
along. That's it.
Mate, I'm there.
I'm a skier.
2 worlds collide.
I used to be a
I
skier.
could smell it. I could smell the ski on you. I love skiing. It's good fun.
So when we got... So I actually met a lot of...
Should get Duke up here.
We need to get the photos as well.
Yeah, I know.
Of all the boys.
want to do a podcast called the Doghouse, and then have the 3 dogs with the
Like just put put all 3 dogs sitting here
as the icon image.
Like sit them down.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Well, why haven't you done it?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's
You're
taken.
scared it's going to be shit?
It'll take...
It won't be though. It couldn't be. Like all we got to talk about is like literally all of the ways that you can get into the doghouse, like from like like a maybe, and you're gonna have like guest speakers as like females to like talk about to talk
ask
about
them why you're in the doghouse.
No, to talk about and be like, yes, this is obviously
This is
why
actually
you're in the
annoying me.
doghouse
Yeah.
because of what you've done. Because like as a guy, you're like, I don't care.
I get that a lot.
What's a
Yeah.
kid?
Like there's so many times.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean it was an issue that like I didn't come round and help out when you were moving house?
Huh?
No,
I'll surf it.
I would always help. For the record, I do help.
I was gonna say, what's the one thing that's got you in the doghouse recently?
Oh, wow, I'm single now, so
Something pretty big.
Just drop that in there.
no.
Just drop that in
Was
there.
it that bad?
So I'm just gonna go live 1 second.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Sultan here. Just
No, but obviously, like when you were like in a relationship, like what was the last thing you think you did that was just like, that's from in the doghouse? We'll confirm whether it was valid or not.
you want to know? There was one. I won't mention what relationship this one was from, but for some reason I was like real caught up because I had shit going on. Like there was like lots of stuff going on, and anyway, we were making love, and
That took such a left-hand turn. I was like,
no,
there's
like,
a lot going on.
There's a lot going on
We're
in my
making love.
mind that
Yeah, I get that.
afternoon.
Yeah,
and, then,
it's just-
and we were making love at the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, my phone vibrated, and I was like, I had something on, and it was kind of late for it, so I just like, picked it up, and like just checked my phone while
Did you go live?
While we're making love. And gone live.
Mum's calling you FaceTime. Hi,
Ah!
Mum.
That's
Yeah,
fucked
I
up.
can talk. I can talk.
Yeah, all good. 1 sec. No, anyway,
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, like that was big doghouse.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not okay to answer your phone while you're making love to your partner. So if you guys have ever thought of doing that, don't.
I'm going to stop you right there. Don't.
I don't think I've
Absolutely
done
does not work.
that. I don't think I've done that. Hey?
Yeah, well, I have, and it wasn't good. Yeah. What about you guys? You got a big doghouse?
No, I'm in a beautiful, happy relationship, and
Oh, yeah,
haven't
you
been in the
That's
doghouse yet.
beautiful,
so-
happy relationships
Not yet.
where the doghouse. That's where they come from. That's where they come. You don't get in the doghouse if you're single.
You've never been in the doghouse. How long have you been with your partner?
Sultan, I've been in the doghouse a lot.
Okay.
Do you know what will get me in the doghouse?
Talking.
Talking about getting in the doghouse.
We can just.
Yeah.
Smart.
Oh,
Smart.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
We'll chat later.
That is
No,
how you-
we won't.
Oh man. Oh. What's the best?
What about you, Dean?
Hold up,
Come on,
me?
I reckon you've got a good doghouse story.
Oh. I do have a really good one, but I just don't want to say it.
Yeah, say it.
No, I don't want to say
They're
it.
the ones you should usually say.
Yes. I don't want to say it.
No, that's fair. Duke, come here.
No, I normally just go missing. Hey, that's probably a doghouse thing.
Yeah.
I go missing. You know, when you want to be like spontaneous, you don't really want to like.
Super hard in a relationship.
It is super hard in a relationship. I just go missing, and then I'm like, "Where are you?" I'm like,
Stuff.
somewhere else.
Doing
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Doing stuff.
Doing some stuff.
No, but this is when like you're in a relationship, you start to see someone, and you're just very like, "Is that Momo?"
Fuck was.
I hope it doesn't start. If it starts,
It better not start.
We've got a vacuum
Momo.
cleaner called Momo.
It's an electric vacuum.
It's like an electric robot vacuum cleaner,
vacuum
and it just cleans randomly, and it's called Momo, and it's like when we got it, the housemate Cam, he's like a bit of a clean freak.
doesn't hate the clean.
He loves.
Does
He
not
loves.
Does he get up yours?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He like so we've moved. I've moved. So he's got like the little notch in the shower.
Yeah.
And he's got like all these like little face like washes and stuff, and like they're all particular and like set out. And when he goes away, he takes it all with him. But then when he gets, so then I start using the nook in the shower with like I've just got like a face wash and
Don't
like,
use a nook.
He gets the upgrade.
yeah. So I go up. So I'm just on the side of the bath at the moment. Anyway,
Do you keep asking when he's coming back though?
No.
He knows because his stuff goes.
Yeah,
berserk.
my stuff goes back down.
Obviously.
So now I've put my stuff back up with his stuff and then moved some around the like bathroom.
Have you checked?
No, I haven't checked yet. So we've got to see, because I was going to say, we made a bet with Sultan whether he would say something or whether he'd just move it back and not say anything. So if we go in there and look and see if it's been moved back, he hasn't said a word. He's just done it. And like, do I keep doing this until how many times till he says something?
This is like this passive war between the two of them. like walking past, like I know.
I don't care, but I just find it so funny that it's just like, it just goes back down. It's just clockwork. Should I actually go check? Yeah, I'll go check. I'll go check. What do you think? You reckon it's back up?
It is 100% up.
Okay. I think it's not, but I don't know if he's had a shower yet or might have not.
He doesn't have to have had a shower to know. He can
To know
sense
what
it.
you've done.
He knows.
It's the best thing about living in a house with other people.
Oh, not yet. Oh, spilled. Give it time.
Oh, it's still up there, but the soap's been put closed.
Oh, so there's movement.
He's
That's big.
he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
He's like, you
and
know what? It's time that he gets to.
That's big.
It's time that he gets to be a part of this.
That's big.
It's what it's like living large, Dan. Come
He looked
join
at-
me up the top.
He looked at Dean's followers. He was like, you know
This
what?
guy's ready. Right. My stuff's going to be in the roof soon.
It's like the initiation. You know, you get like stripes on your belt or something. It's like
Third Dan.
third row on the shower. Yeah.
Third Dan.
Should I just go in there and look at him and just be like, I see you. I see you.
Right. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Check.
Stay staunch, baby.
Oh man. All right. So we got. I made a list of things that are like, or just sorry, that are. Even Joe's also got a list.
I've got a list as well.
We got a list.
Fuck, I should have brought a list.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say. I said think of topics.
Oh, yeah. I
But
missed that memo.
This don't have to be in any.
That's probably one of the other things that I often got in the doghouse for, not listening.
Yeah. See, you said make
Like,
a list.
right, that there,
Yep.
that's...
Listening is a skill, man. Like it is an actual skill to
What's
like.
that? Sorry.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But like listening is a skill, man. Like when you actually, and especially in a podcast sense, that's when you actually have to learn to listen because you have to pull stuff out of the people that you're listening to. So like if you don't listen to them properly, you just don't engage. But if like you're not good at listening, then it just like how often like this is the thing. It's like, and I did this as well at the start of the podcast. Like not this podcast, but when I started podcasting, is I wasn't listening as well as I was waiting to speak.
Yep.
And so many people get stuck in that thing where it's like, I just want to tell you something with my story. And like, yes, I was obviously like engaging and still like interested, but I've learnt more now to like actually listen more and say less. Like you don't need to say, like, even if I had a cool story relating to the thing that you're talking about.
Give the moment.
Yeah. Like I'm like, it's yours. It's yours. Like I could just, it's like you're trying to steal it away. And I think that's a big thing of like, when you're listening, you're dropping your ego of like, I can out better your story.
Yeah.
Or I can like out better your situation, or I did this, or like, and it's just like, you kind of, once you realize like, oh, that's waiting to speak. That's not listening. So like you get better at listening. You're like, oh, now you dive in. Because one of the, I think the coolest things when I can ask someone something that makes them go, I've never thought about it like that. And then they change their perspective on that thing. as soon as you do that, and you're like, oh, that's a new way of looking at something in my life that I've obviously had there for my whole life, well, not maybe like a long period of time, but I've never actually questioned it enough to actually understand why I do that thing or am that way with that, whatever it may be in life. So it's almost like a psychologist. Like I compare it to that. Like psychologists are really good at listening. Like a good psychologist will only have to ask a few questions, will trigger the people to work it out themselves. Like the thing is, you've got all the solutions in your own head about how to work out this problem. You just don't talk about it to yourself because you kind of almost feel like you're going crazy. But if you talk to someone else, that then leads you down a series of like rabbit holes that kind of end up at being this like path to get you to like, oh, that's why I feel like that. And then you kind of, that's curing yourself because you work it out yourself. The psychologist just like almost gives you like the bricks to kind of build your
100%.
build your way up to that thing. And then you kind of see clearly from that point.
Yeah. I think it's something like that so many people have a massive problem with.
Not listening,
100%.
It's attention, man, it's gone.
Yeah, I can definitely say that that's something that I used to struggle with as well. And like where you just want to talk and you're just like, and you're waiting so intently to talk, and it's not out of a bad place.
No.
Like you're just excited.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you're so excited to talk and like give to the conversation.
Yeah.
That, you're right. You're not listening. And then when you're not listening, there's like this like you just like, you take like the surface level shit and then you just, and then bang, and then you just fucking blurt out everything that you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And you can see it when people are doing that, I find. Like you're sitting there having a conversation, eye contact, then suddenly their eyes go back here, just super excited
Just
to
like-
say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I think we're just so like overstimulated and excited and just like next and like this and that and every, and like you just build, which is good. I think it can be good energy around the right people, but like you've got to bounce off each other and be able to feed off that, not just be me or this. It's like you need to have that like, oh, okay, this is like an equal relationship of like actually conversing, not just like I care about the shit that I've been doing and I'm telling you that. And whatever you're doing is like,
Not giving a fuck.
not giving a fuck. Yeah, like just not worrying about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's a lot. I wanted to talk about overstimulated as well, and back to the doghouse stuff. Like with
perfect.
how do we
Segue. Overstimulation.
No, and doghouse. No, but I was just saying, like being up in Queensland on the Gold Coast, and like the amount of like, what would you say, just people, like beautiful people and people you can like hook up with, and like how it's just at your fingertips with like apps and stuff, and just like it's like this over abundance of it, and it's like hard to actually like, I feel like, know what's real or how to like, and then you're almost just like, oh, I could do better or this next or whatever, and you get stuck in that way of thinking, and it's like created. Like I remember when I first got up here, I was like out at the Pav, and I was just there like talking to a girl, and then I like had just downloaded Hinge, and then like I had my Apple Watch on, and like a Hinge thing pops up, it's just like a girl pops up in your watch. I'm like, what world are we living in here? It's like I was like, this is weird. Like I was like, you know when it's like happens to you and you kind of like look at it like, this is like, you
have that moment.
It's like, this is too much, and it's just like
moment of clarity. What the fuck is going on?
It's but then it's like that's just how easy it is and how readily available it kind of is up here. It's just like I feel like it's almost like how do you build, and even like with like then OnlyFans now, and then like everyone's like, it's just like such a, like I was talking to someone the other day, and like his girlfriend went and made an OnlyFans account and makes like hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff, and that like heavily affected their relationship.
As it would,
because it's like,
I don't know how I'd go. I think that would be
if your partner was doing OnlyFans.
And it's not even like the nudity in that. I think it's the fact that she'd have like so many online boyfriends pretty much, and so much energy of herself is going out to all those
other people,
those people.
I mean,
and even if it's fake, it's still energy.
The same, like it's the same thing you could say as a stripper. It's like it's the same thing, you know. Like, and
I'd probably have the same.
So you'd have the same feeling, and that's fair enough, But I mean,
I feel like
it just depends, like because, like if the person, you know, like a lot of people are just super chill, and they'll be like, well, no, it's fine. I don't care because I know that what you're doing is work, and that like you can remove yourself from that, But it's I guess the people that like will change and become a different person,
I still
And
think
you're
it's
like-
fine to like go have an OnlyFans, be a stripper. Like I'm like more power to you. Like if
Yeah.
that's what you want to do, but it's just like how much energy. And it's like anything with work though. It's like whether it's work. It's like if you're making money off it, you're getting paid. But I just find it like muggies the waters of like how much energy you're actually putting into that relationship then, because you've got to, if you're being like flirtatious and that like connection with someone, even if it's fake, it's still like you putting energy in like that kind of more powerful like love kind of thing into something else. I feel like that just doesn't have a good positive outcome. I guess it's all about how much you balance it though. Like if you just said you were like, oh, we'll just do like, I don't know, you set the limit to like only talk to you for this, or maybe you don't talk to them, you just send them, I don't know, like made it work that would fit into your life of doing it. But I think it's like more money, more things, more like it just, I think people get addicted to the idea of like, oh, you can make money so quickly and
Quick
so
and easy.
easily. And it's like, but at what
But quick
point?
and easy comes at a price.
Well, the thing-
Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
The
It's
thing is, like that, like you can't delete that shit from the internet.
Yeah, it's
And this is like all these, you know, girls that would maybe not necessarily be prepared to go and like strip or, you know, do that side of it because it's like too personal, and it's like, no, I couldn't do that where I'm like interacting face to face with someone, but they'd happily do it where they're just sending a video, which is fine. But like that is captured forever.
yeah.
And like, you know, I think that people are thinking
Very short term.
they're
with
thinking
it.
with their wallets and not going, well, hang on, like, what if I want to have kids? Do I want my kids to be in a position where they are going to have that used against them? And once again, you might be okay with it, not give a fuck, and that's fine. But, you know, like, kids in primary and high school are fucking ruthless.
Yeah.
So, like, can you imagine, right, if you were, like, back in the day, you were in high school or whatever, and then, which obviously, and this would have happened, you know, with porn stars and whatever, but, like, because there's so much more frequent now, where this like person's got a fucking video of your mum, you know, fingering herself,
Or like
and then
someone-
and then utilizing that against you to bully you and like ostracize you in front of your entire peers at a moment in time where your brain is such a sponge, and like and everything that goes on and that happens to you in that time impacts you and what you will end up being like later in life.
But do you think with the
there's some trauma laced into that?
Yeah,
like, that's
right.
some
And
heavy
and that
trauma.
may not happen. It may
But
not
surely
happen.
it
well, I
would
was thinking
have
with
for
the
sure at some
younger
point.
generation, maybe it's so frequent
That it's okay.
that it's okay.
It's just like whatever.
It's not a thing anymore. But
Maybe
I don't know.
maybe in America or something. I feel like
Yeah.
that's way like it's the industry's over
It's
there.
still,
so
and it's
surely-
still not like if you look at the numbers of people doing it versus not doing it, it's not like it's not close
not
enough. for it to-
50-50.
Right. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. But either way, like if you don't care and that's your opinion on it, like then do go for
Go
it.
for gold.
But maybe just like you'd have to have a good think about it before. And like I've spoken to a lot of different girls who have considered it and like got to a point where they've even downloaded and like made a profile, and then they've gone, nah, I can't do it, and then they've freaked out because they're like, what the fuck? Like, what if this gets put on?
What if it gets big?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what if this, like, how do I sell it? Like,
Yeah.
how do you sell an OnlyFans? You don't just make an app and,
It would be a
and
full-time
send
job.
nudes and
Like
then
it
like,
would be.
You have to.
Yeah.
You got to
Flat
promote it.
yeah, you've got to promote it.
Yeah.
And then to promote it, everyone has to know that you're doing it.
Yeah.
So then it's like, you can't just have this secret OnlyFans.
No.
Unless you're like, squashing fucking fruit.
Nah, but
with
what a
your
lot,
feet or something.
what a lot of girls do, they just pay like other like OnlyFans chicks or like
To shout out.
just shout out, but just do it in like America or something. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
then
okay.
you just got all the American crowd would be following you. So it's kind of like a separate
So
idea.
you can kind of like.
That's what most people just do. Shout me out and I'll give you a heap of money or something.
Yeah.
Like
gotcha.
that's be one way to do it. But I thought about making an OnlyFans for coaching, like not for like nudity. But everyone OnlyFans is for not just nudity. I don't know if you fuck off. Stop it. Stop it.
Would you do it with no shirt on?
Oh man. No, this is
You pay $20 and unlock this mint downhill jump.
stop it. Stop it.
Unsubscribe.
I've already
Nah,
subscribed.
I was just gonna do it like for like positivity and
No,
like
I've actually seen athletes that do it.
like
Do they?
chefs, yeah, chefs do
But-
it.
So that's
everyone-
even bad though, because you're like creating a living off like giving something back to the community.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
That's
Is that-
coaching. It's a skill, man. It's a
Yeah,
skill
then-
I've learned.
then-
And just
Yeah,
being
but that, but
positive.
what coaching in terms of like your mountain, like your like riding coaching?
No, like just talk about mindset going into racing
Oh,
and like
okay,
how to like
yeah.
get calm and like processes that I use to calm down and
Yeah,
like get in
yeah,
the zone and like going through my run and like breath work and just like how to build yourself into a better athlete.
Yeah,
I
okay.
feel like there's a different app for that. I feel like OnlyFans has got such a name for it.
But then this is the thing
But
when
there's got to be a different app.
but the thing like
but
that does
maybe
what
not.
does the thing that and it's already known, so it's like a brand that's already known.
So funny though, like can you imagine like some like aspiring downhill kid, right? Right, and they're just like they just want to know how you go about your day and they're like, Dad, would you mind if I downloaded OnlyFans? What the fuck, son? What do you mean?
For Dean Lucas.
Because obviously
That's where he's going.
He's like,
with that.
yep.
That's where
he's
he's
like,
going.
ooh. Yes, you can.
Imagine if I just plot twist and then I don't do any coaching and just do
Yeah.
shirtless shoots and
Yeah.
But I wonder who would follow it though, hey? Like,
Well,
I
there's
don't
only one way to find out, dude.
I don't even have an OnlyFans. Well, no, I did, but I haven't used it. Like, but I could.
Have,
There's
have,
only one way to find out, boys.
have you ever thought of...
We're going in. Like and subscribe. Is it like and subscribe? I don't know.
Yeah, swipe up.
Swipe up.
So this is completely different topic.
Yeah, hit me.
Have you ever thought about being on like a bachelorette?
Dude, I got hit up twice in 2 days.
I
Twice in 2 days.
Dude.
And one was F-Boy Island and the other one was like, I think it was like a spin-off of like, I think it was Love
The
Island.
more I look at you, the more you need to be on mine.
No,
Bro,
I couldn't do
fucking
it.
love that.
It would be sick.
I think we just found our new
Do it.
Oh, I'm
I
not
think
doing
we've just
it.
found our new little fucking scam, like
Prank.
Frank for Dean.
No, I
Just don't tell him.
I've already done this because I threw. Oh man, you 'cause I said I couldn't do it, but Cam could. He would want to take it up. I've actually
Mate,
threw Cam under the bus a little bit. There.
Cam would absolutely never do it in a million years.
No.
You would have more of an open mind to it, and I think you should do
I
it.
couldn't. I wouldn't go away for that long.
What
And
about
it's called
that
F-Boy
long?
Island. It's
What,
called
they go,
F-Boy Island.
it's like 2 months, man.
That's. I don't want to go on F-Boy Island for
Do
2
they
but
pay
don't,
you?
No, but don't go.
Yeah, they pay you.
What about like maths?
No, well, this person hit me up.
There was a
and then
porn star that came out of, like she
they-
got famous on maths,
I'll do.
and now she's a porn star.
They
I don't know if they're correlated, to be honest.
They said that this chick that like offered me the Love Island thing was like, oh, you could also do Survivor maybe. I'll do Survivor.
Survivor would be unreal.
Survivor would be fun, but I wouldn't just go on a dating thing. I'd just
I'd prefer to see him on a dating thing.
No,
though.
I'd go.
100%.
I'd go crazy. I'd
He'd have a
go-
meltdown. Imagine if he was the Bachelor.
I
Imagine if he was the Bachelor.
No, I'm not.
I go.
Not the Bachelorette, but the actual
like,
Bachelor.
I would put like a good level of weed into that as well. Like I would make.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You'd have to have fun with it.
100%.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Why not?
I don't want to do it.
But if
To be continued. We'll work it.
Yeah.
We'll work it.
I'm not doing it.
I think you'd be good at it. Come on.
I can't wait to play this podcast back when you're on The Bachelor.
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
doing it. I've thought about this for a long time. Like not a long time, but people. No, I'm not doing it.
Mate, change is good as good as a holiday, they say.
It's not, what am I changing?
You know, changing your life, mate.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I couldn't do it. And there's so many people up here that have actually been on like reality.
Oh,
TV.
it's
So
crazy.
common. Like it's such a
Yeah.
common
Is
thing.
it like a career?
I think
do
it's
people-
like a boost,
Yeah.
a boost of like putting yourself in the limelight a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To then push yourself into
Something else.
a business that you might be starting,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
But do you
know
think
what?
people openly are thinking about that when they sign
That's
up?
the only reason I thought
Yeah.
would like boost this to get the podcast off the ground because
Yeah.
that would be like a publicity stunt kind of thing.
Man,
Like,
but the thing is, right, is like when you go on these TV series, not everyone blows up and like gets a lot
you
of
gotta
like
have carry.
positive. And like, man, the producers are motherfuckers. So like, if they don't like you, you could be so nice, and they will just make you out to be this full
Yeah.
psycho.
Biggest asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because everyone believes what they watch.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, man, you will end up with like death threats.
Yeah.
We like got bricks coming through our window and stuff.
you did. Wait, oh,
No,
yeah,
freaks
yeah,
out
yeah.
After you got off the show, because you just become this like they just made you out to be this complete asshole.
Yeah, imagine doing that. They just like fully drag you through the dirt.
Man, and like if you know,
Twist it.
I've had a look at some comments of people that have been like vilified in like reality TV, and man,
It's a dating. It's a dating app, like a dating.
yeah, and it's just
TV
like you're
show.
scum. Like it's fake.
Yeah, you
Calm
don't know
down.
me.
Yeah.
Relax.
Big Brother, man.
But then you can also like be this full hero, and everyone just loves you, and then like at that point, you can cash in on that and lean into it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
sure.
a willing. That's that's a risk I'm willing to take for you.
Yeah, we would be prepared to do that for you.
Yeah.
Dad. But you know what? If, like,
I'm just not doing it.
it also puts you around because you meet all of those people.
Yeah.
So then, like, you create this circle of people that you can leverage off as well.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But anyway, food for
So,
thought, Dan.
yeah. Can we get off this one?
No.
Yeah, we can talk about the rice pudding that I bought the other day.
What?
What?
It's good.
Talk
It's
to me.
good.
Talk to me.
It's good.
It's called Wicked Sisters.
Oh, don't
This
get me
isn't
back
an
on
ad.
You just got it. You got it because it said wicked in it, didn't you?
And pud.
You saw
love food.
your eyes just lit up.
Fucking amazing.
Oh.
Mate, it's a vanilla. I've got one in the fridge. You want it? You want it?
Oh, how big is it?
That little tub. Little single serve.
Yeah,
If you're grabbing it.
Yeah, I'll go on.
Yeah.
Can you grab it? I'm sort of
Yeah, okay.
mushed in the corner here.
You guys just keep describing how good it is.
All right.
I was going to say not if it's too much effort, but I actually love the effort.
Bro, and like, honestly, I got recommended it, and
Yeah.
it is good, man. Is it this one? Yeah, one of those ones. Oh, yeah. Beautiful things. Things going to change your life. We actually should. They're a great company.
Are they Australian based? Have you looked into them?
I feel like they're probably not like importing pudding. I don't know how that would go on like sea freight. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks, bro.
Best friends.
But it's like this is no joke. Like it is actually. Hey,
Hey.
out of it.
Oh man, it's fucking.
What are your thoughts on that? Like unbelievably good, right? Or you don't like it?
I don't love it.
Look at here. Actually,
Do you want to know something?
Well, he doesn't like incense either. He's
Do-
one of those the Velcro guy.
Do you want to,
It's all coming out.
do you want to know what
Coming
that,
out.
that...
How don't you like incense?
Do you want to know what that thing tastes like? They've
Yes.
had pudding, not the rice. Tastes like off-curdled bits.
oh, that is extreme.
That's
It feeling. I'm a big feeling guy.
That is so extreme. Tastes like off-curdled pieces of milk. That's good stuff.
I'm so into it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Give me another spoon.
Yeah, try.
I don't want to
Sorry.
waste it on him. I don't want to waste it on
Give
him.
him a little bit more.
Does he do that? Look at Duke just looking at that.
Juice, like, come on.
Run us through the taste and the feeling.
The taste is good.
Okay. He's changed his tone now. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is real
the
anymore.
texture.
It's not for you.
So
It's not on.
it's the crunch that's getting you.
It's not even
even
crunch.
crunchy.
It's not even crunch.
It's like soft. It's like
That's the
soft, bro.
problem. If it was crunchy,
It's
better.
like a
I do know.
soft
I do know
crunch.
what you feel. I don't know the feeling, but I'm okay with it. I'll allow it for that taste. I'll allow it. I'll let it pass.
What about if we warmed it up?
nah.
No,
Nah.
I don't think warming it up's the key here.
No, fickle.
Oh, do you reckon we're losing touch with people now when you go out for dinner because it's all QR codes?
I hate it.
I hate QR codes.
But also,
Worst.
at sometimes when I don't want to be like, when I just want my food now, but it's like, how shit's
Uber
that-
Eats,
how,
dude.
but no, how,
if you
No.
don't want to be at a restaurant,
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? That's like it's the same shit. Like
It's-
versus no, but you saying Uber Eats,
yeah.
you're still disconnected.
it's like you're still completely disconnected. It's like
No.
you
if
want,
you
no,
don't
if you want
want
it fast, yeah.
if you're
That's not
saying that
fast,
you
though.
like QR codes because you don't want to be around people and you don't want to like
No, it's not
interact,
Yeah, but then you
get Uber Eats at your own house. The restaurants are for
yeah.
getting,
for a place to go and
you know,
but
and
it's all-
actually
yeah, experiencing it.
Although,
yeah.
and don't forget, like, it's not that hard to just speak to a waitress or a waiter. Like, it's like, even if you want to be on your own, like, it's okay. It's like, hi, could I just grab?
when it's good,
Could I
when,
just grab the grilled chicken salad? Okay, thank you.
when you get like,
Like, it's not.
you know, when you get like a good waiter or waitress, how like much better it makes the whole experience. Like,
100%.
I went to the Collective when I first came up here. Absolutely loved it just because of how friendly all
Yep.
the people were. But I also got there 45, and because I got there 45 minutes early, just
doesn't Collective only do QR codes?
I think so.
I think they changed now.
Literally.
No, they
This,
changed.
I was thinking of the same
They
place.
changed now, because they used to do iPads, but they service.
Oh
was
yeah,
They used to do like an iPad they'd give you to order, but then they'd come over and explain it, and when they would explain it, they would be real friendly about it, and then you'd have that connection.
Oh right.
So now they just change and do the QR, and they just don't come and say anything because they're like, I think it was when it was kind of like it was new to order on like a thing, so they would have to like be like, hey, but then you just become like that was enough of interaction, and then they'd come back and chat with you. Because I got there early and I wasn't with someone, and they had a waiter, a waitress, and then I think someone else, and they were just like just super friendly people, and it made me really enjoy that. And then when you go out now, it's like you just don't get.
I genuinely love interacting with the wait staff.
It's so good.
It's like
so fun,
and you have a bit of a laugh with them.
Yeah.
It's like they can make your day, and then you can make their day.
100%.
And it's like I love that. And you know how like now it's like QR code. It's like, would you like to leave a tip? What the fuck am I leaving a tip for?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I feel like
What?
you should get
But it's
a
after-
discount because I'm doing the waitress's job or the waiter's job.
It's
like,
after every single thing you order as well.
Yeah.
and sometimes you have to.
Oh, another beer?
You know what? This.
Yes.
This
Here we go.
really
We're
fucking
in.
grinds
We're
my
in.
gear.
All right, start the podcast.
Right. Okay. QR code ordering. Right. Fuck.
Oh, we've already got to that one, mate.
Yeah.
Then you go through. You check out. It says, would you like to leave a tip? Ridiculous, because you should never leave a tip because you've made the order. But the audacity on some fucking companies is that they automatically
Yeah, I know what you're about
pick
to
for
say.
10%.
Yeah.
So
have
you've
to
got to
change it.
go out and change it. It's like
And it makes it hard. Yeah, they make it harder. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's like almost just stealing.
Whoa.
That's
Dogs.
fucked up.
but if
That's wrong.
But even with that, the QR codes, if the waiter bringing the food over was super friendly and super
Leave a tip.
nice,
Like,
leave a
but
tip.
that's-
Yeah, but that doesn't happen. They just drop it off and go because
Well, you
like,
can't
there's
leave
no
the tip because
connection.
you don't know if they're going to be friendly.
No, if they
Like,
are,
as in,
No,
like
no,
on the
if
on the
you're-
QR code, it's like, well, I don't know.
oh, because because
I don't know yet. And I don't. Is the food going to be good?
Yeah, you haven't paid.
What if the
at
food
start.
shit? Because the other
Yeah, you paid.
other
Yeah,
argument,
true. It could be
the other
undercooked.
argument is like, well, if the chefs do a great job, you tip.
Then you'll tip.
But once again, it's like, what if you butcher my eggs and they
Yeah.
come out like rocks?
Yeah.
Do you deserve the tip?
Steaks like rock hard. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm just giving you a $15 tip. You haven't talked to me and you fucked up my food.
Yeah, you've ruined my life.
Can you ask for it back?
Maybe a bit much.
Surely.
Should we try that?
Yeah.
Maybe we should try that. as an
Or
experiment.
tomorrow, let's go for breakfast.
And then would it be really disappointed and be like, look,
I gave you a 15% tip.
no, but we'll make the tip like big, like a $40 tip or something. Like, can you custom them? Can you custom the tip?
Surely, surely.
As you can tell, I've never tipped on these stupid things.
Yeah.
We'll go out.
Yeah.
We'll order a coffee, and we'll tip like $40.
And
And then we'll be like, I'm
That-
so
that
sorry,
was-
but you burnt the coffee. Can I have my 40 back?
no.
No, too much.
No, like, no.
Oh, no, no.
I think it's good, but they're going to say no. And then you'd be like, well,
Well, this is awkward.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Oh,
and
that's
then
right.
and
now
then
I've got to eat baked
can
beans for the rest of the week.
into the
reach
inner-
into
inner-
their tip jar.
Oh, good. I'll get it.
Are you going to tip me for doing your job?
50 for being a dickhead.
your inner Karen just comes out. Channel the inner Karen.
What do you guys? I'd love to get feedback on this. If you're not happy with something at a restaurant,
Yeah.
if your food comes out and it's not great or whatever, or it takes too long, something like that, do you guys complain and let them know about it, or do you suck it up and have a shit time and not enjoy your meal and just wear it and leave pretty pissed off because you're frustrated?
It really depends. It depends on if it's me and my partner.
Yeah,
If it's happening to her because I'm such a great person.
because you just want to make a massive scene.
Yeah. I will flip a table. No.
Start throwing hands.
No, but if it's someone else, like if it's actually someone else, I would be the guy that would walk up there and be like, look,
Yeah.
like super respectful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, look, drinks still haven't come, food's there, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't complain about the food actually being crap, I don't think. But if something's late, I'll be the guy that goes up.
See, I think I'd almost be the opposite, but I can normally suck it up, but I think if something's really bad.
But if it's
like-
me,
if
I'm
it's
happy to suck it up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But if it's like really bad and you're like, almost to be like, if you know they're not like, you can see they're rushed. Like, you know, when you go to a restaurant, it's like super packed and rushed and you're like, well, they're struggling.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of just suck it up then. But if you go somewhere, it's empty, the food's really bad and the service is terrible, you almost just want to be like, guys, like,
do way better.
Yeah, especially when it's
just do more.
Especially when it's somewhere you actually like and it's almost like
Yep.
constructive criticism, but it's like how you deliver it. If you deliver it like a dick, it's gonna come across that way. But you're like, look, man, like I want to come
constructive.
here. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want to. But that's hard to get across to people without them like egos getting dinted.
This is a thing, right? Like if I put my business owner hat on, as a business owner, if something wasn't working or something was coming out shit and it was tarnishing the name of my business without me knowing,
Yep.
I would want to know.
Yep.
I'd be like, thank you, I appreciate the feedback. Now I can plug the hole.
Yeah.
Versus like someone who just is hating it and then goes and says nothing and then they go and tell 10 people how shit the food was at this place and then you lose potentially 10 customers.
It drops off quick.
I'd
Like,
prefer
word
for someone
travels.
to tell me, I'm so sorry, let me fix that, let me give you a refund
Yep.
so you're not angry. Because people will very rarely be like, you've got to go to this place, it is amazing. But they'll definitely say, you do never go to this place because it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only take a small thing to like have a massive ripple effect in that way. In a small town, like small town.
Totally.
If if you're a real social person and you go somewhere and like it's just terrible, you start spreading that. Like
Definitely.
you actually do have a big, like everyone has an influence on their circle, and that's still quite big in the sense of like whether you'll go somewhere locally.
Yeah, and that's the livelihood of like small businesses, right? And like supporting small business is massive, and it's like you know, probably like a big part of our country. Like we are huge on small business.
Yeah.
So you know, you can have, you know, a positive time, which is great, but a negative time can cripple a business.
Yep.
And take them into this downward spiral of negativity, especially in food.
Yeah.
Like I had a food company before what I do now, and had that for about 5 years, and it was amazing, and it started growing and moving in places that I was like I never thought it would, which was cool. And then we had some negative feedback and negative conversations.
Do you find it with staff as well? Like if you've employed like a toxic staff member, and then that's led on to all your staff, and then that's become
100%.
It's so hard.
It's like
because
it
can
be
like
so cancerous. Like you know, like
Yeah.
one bad person can control or like dictate
massively
the flow of of like your entire team, which is really hard.
It's
And
like little bushfires getting lit everywhere that you got to put out.
and you need to cut the head off the snake before it becomes too much.
for sure.
Otherwise, before you know it, the whole team is just hating on, you know, or negative or
Whatever it
seeing
is,
things
yeah.
half empty instead of half full. But
So
yeah,
it only takes one person, like one toxic person to come into like a massive anything, family, organization, friendship group, anything, and then like that has momentum to then like make it
crazy, isn't it? Because it rubs off so quickly. Like
Dude, look at like massive, like even this is like on a larger scale, but like dictators and stuff. Like it takes that like one person. Like look at Hitler. Like he just was like like you look at that, like how like one person can like have that kind of energy and like that and just build that momentum, and then it's
so
like
impactful.
we can take over the world kind of thing. Like fuck, like what? Like we're like to
mean?
imagine thinking like that. Like you were like we're gonna like having that kind of power, and then like they could have like not easily like it could have easily not easily, but it could have gone that way.
Yeah. Well, man, how do you think I feel at the moment, sitting on 9,000?
I'm so happy you said that.
Like, I'm not sure if you're aware, but
Took a turn.
quite a powerful.
Took a turn.
Sorry.
You got some influence now, don't you?
I don't know. I feel good. I piss excellent.
we were trying to figure out how we could get your Instagram validated.
Mate, that would have been huge.
We could do
Somehow I've run a blue tick.
Yeah, with 9,000.
9,000 people. Like
That's a big Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's a big Wednesday.
That's a big Wednesday. That's like a life complete Wednesday, bro.
You're gonna sleep well tonight.
Dude, I feel good.
You look good.
Yeah, I was mean to say before we started, you're looking good.
Honestly,
You're glowing.
I feel
You're
light.
you're glowing.
I feel lighter. You know, and I've just got this element of like importance
But it's full shows.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're full shows.
Your aura. There's a strong aura coming off you.
You know what's really funny? If we go back to this, right? I'm gonna cop a fucking barrage from so many people
Yeah,
about
we know this.
Have
There's-
fun trying
And-
to explain to people that someone else bought them
bro.
for you.
Like, dude. So before
yeah,
I even
so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
right.
This guy,
Yeah,
I
right.
never met him. His name was Joe. Never met him. He just brought me followers.
dude,
Like,
and so I was just going through my mind. It rattled me because I was like, before I said anything to you guys, I'm like, these cunts they're just gonna think that I'm lying.
yeah,
Like, and
like this is
What,
like the
before
way
you knew it was us?
no, so I've seen.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had no
yeah,
idea.
like,
so I messaged
if
him
you
and I'm like, was this fucking one of you guys?
Yeah.
and we're like, nah.
Like, no, man. Like, I'm like, but before I sent that, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, we thought that's what I said. Even I called you, out, and then I called him out on it, saying it's probably you, and you're just trying to hide
Yeah,
it.
I'm like, nah,
I wouldn't have come. I would have slept in my car.
man.
But you didn't know. No, what did you say?
But yeah, this is. I'm
just said
gonna
I
get
reckon-
ripped for this.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I said I reckon
bad.
because Cam said, "Was it you, Dino?" I said, "No, it wasn't me. Fucking gold though." And then I reckon you did it and just trying to hide it. Ha ha ha.
Cam was full
And
freaking
then you're
out.
already in your head thinking they're probably going to think it's
I
me.
already
It's like,
thought that. I was like, oh fuck, I'm just gonna ignore that.
yeah, didn't reply.
I just ignored it. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
that's even
bury
more.
my head
That's
in the
even more sus. You just don't say anything.
I wouldn't have relief knowing that this has actually happened.
I
Yeah.
had so much anxiety not knowing you as well.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I was like,
It's fucking
what
like
if he full hates me?
it's a big.
He just gets here. He's like, I'm so pissed
And,
off.
mate,
at
and
you.
Cam's like, mate, you know, it's gonna ruin your traction and how
That's
many
what freaked me
people-
out. Cam freaked me out.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what
I'm glad we've met.
Like, it's my Instagram. Like,
That's what I
if it was
said.
like a business page, I'm like, that's pretty dog, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
We-
did have
we
these
weren't gonna-
discussions. We did have these
Yeah.
discussions.
You're like, oh, I crushed your business.
It got deleted.
Gotcha.
You know what we said?
Classic prank.
You know what we
Classic prank.
You know, we also discussed this. We're like, we'll just make you a new one. We'll just put heaps of photos of Duke on and make you a new one. So if it does go, we'll just slide you into that one.
Thanks, mate.
She's already warmed up. I'm ready. I've got some posts ready.
Already got 100,000 followers.
Well, I was thinking about
More.
I
You've got a waiting account with more.
was thinking.
Do you want
backup account.
your backup account?
I was thinking maybe I could I'll just do like a little fucking shout out. Hey guys, look,
I know everyone's been asking.
I know everyone's asking. Yes, I am pretty close to the 10K mark, which is super exciting. However, I just want you guys to know, jump on, follow my backup account because sometimes people will, you know, try to fuck with you. It's got 900,000 followers. Oh no, it just happened.
Oh, wait, can you follow like a few people and just make them the weirdest fucking
Hey,
people?
can
like,
I'm
like, who would you follow? Who could you follow that like that would just be the weirdest shit?
Well, on the like on
your
my
fake one
the,
with nine-
my fake
one with
friends.
9K, yeah. It'd be like
you-
Michael Jackson, like
Are you 100% sure they're fake?
yeah, like some
No,
like,
I think they're all good.
Have you talked to him?
some messaging.
What if?
Oh, imagine if you found love this way. This is how Sultan finds.
Well,
real
here's
love.
one. This person's name is BSBSJZZJZZJZZ.
Oh, you're kidding. It's JZ.
Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z.
Wait, who's making these accounts though? Like, is that like generated by
No, but
AI
some
or is
of
that
them
someone actually?
Side business.
Side
Who's
hustle.
making the accounts?
Yeah, well, they're all
though?
fake.
Yeah, but who's making fake accounts? Like, who's
Weirdos.
actually? Is that like AI
It's a bit
machine
weird.
that
But-
just like spits
Yeah,
it
it would
out?
just be
Or
bots.
is someone
something.
just like account? That's
It'd
the
be
whole,
just
the whole
bots.
day.
Be bots.
Yeah, what like is the bot make like
Daddy's famous.
I love you.
Daddy's not going to be around much anymore. So we'll get you an au pair. Look after you.
Should we get him some Gucci now?
Dude, he's going to be dripped out hard.
Do you want my
I'll
white?
fucking...
Do you want my white suit for a day? You should actually rock the white suit. You get confidence from that thing. You want to feel confident, put a full white suit on.
I don't know if I'm there yet, man, to be fair.
We go for the K. Can you wear it at the K party? Like the 10K party.
10K.
Should we actually throw a party?
Hey, what we'll do is we'll...
Can we actually throw a party? A 10K party?
Hey, so
We'll do it at the pub.
Oh, well,
Can you wear a ribbon?
so I'm at
Can you wear
7'9". I'm at 7'9".
Oh, you just dropped.
I know, man. I'm dropping like the fucking economy, mate. So I'm at 7'9". Fuck. I'm at 7'9". We'll buy another couple of thou.
It's like we're talking about
I'm
stocks.
like, no, but then
we're talking about.
I said sell.
we'll get me to like 9.7, 9.8.
Yeah.
And then
Shout out.
and then we'll put it out. Can you fuck off? Down. Good boy. It's biting me. You good? Daddy's famous now.
For anyone
Just to clarify, there was a dog here. Not me.
Down, Joe, down. I was thinking the whole time, I'm just like, people listening to this aren't going to see the video.
Yeah, I just realised that's
It's like,
weird.
can you
get the fuck down?
He's biting me. Joe, get off me.
That's the day that they started an OnlyFans. But if we get me to like even like 950, let's be serious, I'm not going to get 300 real followers. Even like just 9999 would be good.
yeah,
and then unfollow me and then follow me.
I got you.
And then I'll be like, hey guys, like
Film
almost
it.
there.
Film it.
Yeah, I'm almost at 10K. Let's get me to 10K. Massive party at the PAV this Saturday for my 10K.
I reckon we have a house party like Project X style. That's what I think.
Or just called the 10K party.
Yeah, 10K party.
And everyone's just got to come in like, what can they come in?
Well, only people with with a K can come.
Minimum 10K. Or
Yeah.
Like,
you've joined the 10K club.
Yeah.
Could you guys video it for me?
Yeah.
Guys,
Because I won't be there.
mate, it's just a couple of pushes of the button.
Buy it, man. Come on.
He comes in like full pimped out with like 2 million, and he's like, how you doing? Joe, why do you have a pimp stick? That's what I do, baby.
No, I'm not that kind of guy. I wouldn't buy followers. So.
You're a dog. You can't throw this huge. I feel so much of a lesser man now.
I don't want to say you should, but
I'm here for it.
You know.
I fucking love it.
Should we get a bouncer?
I'm riding it.
Can we
You
get a
know.
bouncer on the gate?
Yeah, 100%.
We're having
Checking
a couple.
Instagrams.
Yeah.
checking
Yeah.
Instagram.
You get a blue.
Not today, brother. 5,000. Get fucked.
Fuck you.
But it's like, the 5K party's just in the vacant block next door.
There's way more people there.
Like
It's
great
pump-
people.
It's pumping, like good, wholesome.
Yeah, like just a good old doof.
Yeah, the door's going next door. He's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what's actually funny? Like, as much as we take the piss out of that, that's a real reality.
But
Oh, yeah.
wait,
Like-
there's 5K parties?
No.
Oh,
Have I not been invited?
Yeah, no. Sorry, mate. I'll see if I can get you on the plus one.
But it's crazy how much people actually care.
Oh, it's
It's
like it's a
wild.
weird like
It is a
status
big
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's massive.
Yeah.
It is yeah.
It is a big status thing. And like it's a validation.
The
you
only
know?
thing I like about it is then like if people like be like, oh, like do you do something cool? And you're like, if you do something cool, it's like, oh, that's cool kind of thing. Like it's, I guess the one cool like part of it is it opens up that question. But if you don't do anything cool,
I get
like
you.
if you're not someone, so many people get famous and they actually don't
Just
do
for
it.
being famous.
Yeah,
kind of
like
thing.
kind of reality TV and like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But like if you don't actually have a skill or do something, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, what are you up to?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Just slinging coffees down the road. Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm cool.
You see the cat. Oh, can we go back? You know, we talk about what really grinds your gears. We've kind of got like a bit of a list going of other things that grind it. Well, it grinds my gears, and I want to see if it grinds yours.
Yeah, 100%.
How do we feel about coins? Because I think we should get rid of them. Honestly, just 50-cent coins. That thing's like a ninja star. Like that thing is huge.
And that's why
like $2.
and that's why I disagree with you.
Why?
It's a ninja star.
No, it's like a weapon, man. Like if you get like, I had a few 50 cents the other day in my hand. I was like, this is
too much.
This could do damage. If you drop that off like a building, that's.
All right.
But
Devil's advocate.
I'd say
Devil's advocate.
At least keep them as small as like
Tax.
$2.
Devil's advocate. How the fuck do you play heads or tails?
You flip other stuff.
And one of the greatest games,
2 up.
2 up. You're going to just pull 2 up?
Well, there's still going to be coins
You're going to
circulating.
flip a note. A note.
Okay.
Who are you?
So, okay, the coin thing didn't work. What have you got? What have you got?
No. You know what? I agree. I think coins are stupid. But I think that they also play a valuable part in, in our society.
Anzac Day.
Yeah, and like, what are you going to start like chucking pineapples under your fucking your kid's pillow when they lose a tooth?
Do you reckon it's getting?
No.
No, well, this is my next thing. We need dollar notes and $2 notes.
Oh, so you would bring them in?
No
you
cents.
bring ones and twos.
No cents. Just ones and twos.
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Ones and twos.
But
no coins.
Who's really using ones and twos these days? Like, start at 5. Keep it.
Nah,
you-
if you got no coins though,
absurd.
you can't just get rid of ones and twos.
Well, you buy like a 60-cent packet of Chewy and you have to tip them.
Where are you buying a 60?
No, I steal.
But then we've got cents. Then I want to get rid of the cents. Like everything at least has to be $1.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Minimum $1, but then you could also it'd be increments of $1.
Yeah,
minimum.
Yeah, that's it. There's no cents anymore. So you've 60.
So what? And then I guess you just round up.
Yeah, pretty well. We can't round down if you don't have anything lower than $1. Quick math.
Oh.
Okay, well, can we get off that one?
Yeah.
Next one. Stickers on windows, mainly front windows, and how we hate them.
As in like a Ford or a Holden, big fucker.
But just like a big one that takes up more than it should.
Like that, you're like a part of like you've had your car tinted at this certain place.
You can't see properly at this
What
point.
if
it's like Ricky Bobby in like Talladega Nights, like that kind of like you love your car, you love your brand, but you've gone too far with this.
But what if you're just so passionate
that you
just love your
so passionate?
But you just
chuck it on the back one.
Yeah, you couldn't save.
You've already got it on the back one.
Don't worry, it's taken.
What do you mean? I already thought of that as the first place it went.
Yeah, you idiot.
And
Do you know what I'm pissed off about? People that put on the front before the back.
Is that a thing? Just
surely.
I don't know, but I would be pissed off.
I don't know if I've ever noticed someone who's doubled up though. Like, do people double up?
Yeah.
Front and
Yeah. You didn't come from the country.
no, that's true. Yeah.
I've seen things.
Yeah, it's
You would have seen your fair share of Holden and Ford.
Yeah, but
stickers.
if it's just small, that doesn't bother me. But when it's like obnoxious, like it's like
full panel,
like you can't see. Literally, like you hop in, you're like, okay, well, this is dangerous. I can't see left.
yeah, this is actually really dangerous.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, that just comes with the demographic of person as well, right?
Yeah.
The kind of demographic of a person that
lives in
a big
Albury.
You said it.
You're-
You said it.
I'm kidding. I love Albury.
That's a beautiful spot.
Yeah. Let's go to the next subject.
Handshakes are hard sometimes. like they are hard sometimes. You know when you got different groups of friends that do different handshakes, and it's just like, what am I going to get this time?
Yeah.
It happened to me downstairs before I came up here.
Oh, you didn't know what
when someone's gone for this one?
Yeah.
That's usually that and like a bit of a hug on the back.
Yeah.
It was that
To a handshake?
into that.
Yes, that's the one that gets me as well. Yeah.
I'm good with that. I'm good with
No,
that.
it's like that to a handshake. Hey. Yeah, it's a surf thing. It's a surf thing. It's a surf
Well,
thing.
that's like a I'm cool, but I'm not that cool.
I got that twice.
I'm cool, but I wear Velcro.
yeah. Don't worry. He saw that. It was like, oh, he couldn't. Yeah. better sign off with a proper one. Champ.
Me lord.
Oh, but that is tricky because I got done with that twice.
Yeah.
And you know when you do it with someone, you almost want to message them and be like,
Sorry about that, man.
Like it's in there. Like it's like,
You know what? You guys should try living a life being dark skinned.
what do you mean?
Mate, you get people you never thought in the world are gonna like slap up with you that are like attempting to slap up. Bro, like it's like you'll be on a business meeting and like with like, you know, like a middle-aged white man. It's like we're
Derek.
going Derek from accounts, you know? It's like Karen's husband. And like the motherfucker has like,
Oh, you painted such a good picture. You painted such a good picture.
dude. Like,
I see him. I see.
like the books are balanced month in, month out for the last 15 years that he's been working there.
Yeah, but he spotted you.
He's never.
And he's just like, Sultan, how are you? And I'm like, oh, obviously I'm just gonna come in for a standard handshake. And he's hit me with like a fucking
dabs you up.
boom, boom. I'm like, he's taking me for the dance. I'm like, fuck, Derek. Shit. What the fuck am going
Taking you for the dance.
Dude, he's like, he's
such a thing,
taking me
though.
for the 1-2 step. I'm like,
But there's someone, there's always an alpha person.
you have to, man.
Going for
and
it.
like, and that's where it's like, if someone comes here, don't you dare, and like, if you're coming up for like a bro handshake,
Yeah.
don't you dare like mid-flight come in for your standard and fuck.
We
and
should do that.
and like fuck with like my
Yeah.
reputation because I now look like a peanut in public
Yeah.
attempting to follow your stupid hand movements, right?
You look like an absolute dork.
Yeah, it does grind my gears actually. Yeah. Okay, and then like, oh, and like it's like if you're gonna fist bump, you fucking you have your fist clenched from a long way out.
Yeah.
Like, don't you?
You gotta be
do
confident.
that.
You gotta be confident.
Yeah, and then you're just like you've just become the fucking
Yeah.
socket. We're now a hip joint.
Don't hate me. Don't hate me for this, but I kind of hate. Looking back, this is my younger days. So when you used to sit on the hot seat at the end of a World Cup, obviously everyone comes through and you like shake their hands or give them a fist bump or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember I'd always do the opposite of what the last guy did, just to like make it go and like do the thing that you're
that
saying.
guy.
But I was just like doing it to fuck with
Yeah,
him because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like what I was actually doing. I was just like watching.
It's so like watching people just like capitulate.
But this is like on TV and stuff.
yeah.
I was just being a bit of a smart ass. So I remember back here, I was like, they did knuckles, I'll just do a handshake. They did handshake, I'll do knuckles, and just watch the. You just like, and you said like, oh sorry man. You're like, it's all good. Not the first, not the last.
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
What a quinky dink.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah, that absolutely does grind my gears.
I got another one. How good are friends you don't have to like babysit? You know, when you got friends that you like don't talk to them for like an amount of time, and then it's like where have you been?
Oh,
What have you been doing?
This happened to me yesterday.
Do you mean like
Well,
when you're out and about?
No, like well,
or
you just
in
don't.
general?
You just don't like. You live in life. You're not seeing people, and then
Yeah.
you come back, and they're not like, "What have you been doing?" They're like, "Where have you been?" More like they kind of make you feel guilty for
Judgy.
like, yeah, because they're like, you're not hanging out with them what they expect out of you, and it's like, I can't do that. Can't do it.
No, fair.
You know, when you see friends and they're just like, "Man, what have you been doing?" Like and they're-
interested.
Yeah,
not
interested, high
frustrated.
energy. Yeah, for sure. But like, do you feel like you've got that with people, and you're just like, "Oh man," like, and just pulls you away more. You're like, "Well, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna."
Yeah, this isn't for me.
This isn't, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm just going to spend less time. Like, you know when people get annoyed at you and think you want to spend more time with them?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's really pissed with me. See you
They
tomorrow.
but I like,
What do you mean? Like, what do you... He sounded really angry today. I'll come back here and we'll do it all over again. Like,
catch you tomorrow for that shit energy.
Yeah. Remember how busy I was? Well, I just got busier. Like...
But like that probably comes from a place of love. Like it's probably like, man, I just want them to to give me more.
Yeah.
And like their expectations are
Yeah.
obviously just different. But yeah, fucking needy little bitches. Sorry, too much.
But it is. It's
No,
like,
I get it,
I
though.
get it though. It's like, it's like insecurity on themselves. But I'm like, go live life yourself.
Yeah, true.
Go do your own thing.
Some people just don't have that
Have your own stories.
that drive, right? Like they don't have that. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got one.
Yeah.
It's just the milk.
No egos in here. All right. I don't want anyone to think that they're better than anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sitting down to wee,
Is
not that bad.
how drunk are you?
Oh yeah, that yeah.
Middle of the night.
Middle of 100%.
Middle of the night.
that's all right,
If you're
yeah.
waking up,
Yeah.
middle of the night and need to pee, are you standing up?
No, it's dangerous.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
thank God. I
And,
thought I
like,
was
'cause you're
so
not putting
weird.
you're not going to put the light on.
Yeah, but see,
That was
So
my
you just
whole
like
thing.
you just sort of get there and then you can shut down the eyes while you're pissing.
Yes.
And just like
I do see that and agree with it, but also you just get like a little light that comes on, like a sensor light. That's what we've got. Like I'm just saying that I found a solution to that. But if it was
so
dark
you basically you have a night light.
in the bathroom, yes. I don't like if you,
Weird.
Maybe just park your keister on the porcelain, baby.
I see that though. Or if you're real drunk and get you know when you get like
Oh, when you're in double vision.
when you not double vision, but like you don't realize you're drunk, but then you
Yeah.
go to like pee and then you're like real wobbly and you're like like
Yeah.
that. You know when
Yeah.
you're by yourself and you're like it kind of sinks in. You're like,
Yeah,
Do you-
100%.
Do you think people are die hard no matter what? They're not sitting.
yeah, for sure.
Like
I ain't a
middle of the
si- I ain't
night,
a sissy.
they're just like, nah, I'm
That's-
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, just, it's all good.
Do you reckon they were? Yeah, either way is good. But do you reckon they're like programmed in their head
Sit
that?
Get the fuck down.
Wait, do you think about like?
I'm so happy I got that off my chest.
You know, like this is gonna take another. turn.
You do it at all times, don't you?
But you know, okay. Wait, so you know, like when you. But that'll take another turn. Like you know when you learn to wipe your ass.
oh,
But like,
Oh.
who teaches you? Like your mum kind of does when you're a kid, but you work that shit out yourself. Like
Yeah.
that's like that's
Yeah.
your own journey right there.
No. Is it? No, your parents are like,
Yeah, but
do you want to know something?
but then you kind of
I'm not sure, man.
This is the only time. I'm not going to say which partner. So I open the door. My partner's standing up and wiping their ass.
Dude, no, it's a thing.
What?
It's a thing.
What do you mean?
Some people stand and wipe. It's a thing. I've met a few people that do it.
How stood though?
Like crouched over. Or straight. straight legged.
What is she doing?
Just trying to just increase the degree of difficulty.
She's trying to mix it up.
Double.
Wild.
What?
Yep.
Straight. Straight as a pin.
Not,
She just gets
not
scared that
full
you
pin.
walked in on her pooing and just like in shock just bounced up.
So what
Oh,
you just like naturally just grabbed toilet paper at the same time.
Well, she's in there. I don't know. I'm devil's advocate here. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That motion. That seemed realistic to me. If you were like,
But
Well, you
is it-
just nah.
wouldn't you just...
Yeah.
yeah, sit down. Yeah.
I don't. But yeah, I've got a really close old mate of mine, and he used to do the same thing.
Used to? Do you
Well,
grow
we're
out
not
of
we're not friends.
it? Good call.
We're not really like
Good
we're not
call.
close friends anymore.
He wants to figure that out.
So look, I'd imagine he's still doing crouch wipes,
How do you...
but he stands and crouches and I saw it once because I saw it through the crack in a cubicle,
Was he...
and he was up, and I'm like, are you standing, dude? He's like, yeah, what? Like I was the weirdo. Like,
Did he gaslight you? Did he full shit gaslight you?
man. It's like, yeah, man. Like, of course I was. Like, it's not normal, bro. He's second guessing whether I'm the weird one.
Talk us through your technique.
I'm a folder.
Your fault.
Yeah.
You look like a folder.
When I'm stressed or a little anxious, I can sometimes scrunch.
I feel like I'm a scrunch fold. Like I've got a technique. It's not like the perfect fold. It's like it's the same every time, but it's not a scrunch. It's like a
Do you know why scrunch is actually better?
ripples.
Ribbed.
Bingo.
It's ribbed.
Ribbed so it gets into place.
Dude, why don't we have bidets? I don't get that. Like that's one thing about Europe. I used to think it was weird. Now it makes so
amazing.
much more
So
sense.
good, eh?
It's like why wouldn't you want to clean her ass? Why?
Yeah, like why would you
If that
want
was
to,
possible.
like you just get the toilet paper and there's nothing there because it's clean. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Should we import them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents
People
have
have
got
them.
one.
Really?
You get wise as you get older. And you're
They
like,
bought
you
one
get it.
like it's like an add-on, and it's the toilet seat. You plumb it in.
Yeah, I used to think it was real weird
Good.
when I went over there. I was like, that's so weird. Then I started using them when I was over in Europe, and I was like, yeah.
Man, they got like seat warmers, and
Yeah.
man, the ones in Japan,
Dude.
bro. You can do like,
How was your first
Dude.
time?
oh man, it's like
Intense, hey?
it's like what first of all, like what button am I pressing?
Yeah.
There's like 15 buttons on the thing.
Yeah.
And man, you can do fake flushes. You can hit the fake flush button.
Why?
I don't know. If you're farting, I don't know. I don't know.
That
Maybe
sounds
like for like
Oh,
for doing
they got-
doing lines.
I
Fake
was thinking
flush.
just the sound.
It makes a flush sound.
Do you guys?
And they got music playing as well in
Wild.
some of them.
Fucking cool. That was on the train. That one.
Badass.
Yeah, it's pretty mint.
Okay.
Yeah. Japanese know what's up.
Yeah, they get it.
They fucking get
They
it.
get
man.
it.
They actually get it.
Next one. This one's a big one for me. Participation awards.
Nah, fuck that.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
No, it's like if you come first, you get an award.
What if you're the
But it's just like
The most determined.
what if you're the best at cheering?
no. Like,
What if you're encouraging the most?
No.
What about encouraging
An
awards?
encouragement
I think you
award.
just give more encouragement. Nah, but it's if
At
you're in
my
a race.
primary school,
Do you think everyone should get a ribbon in a race?
No,
No. Yeah, it's
but the
Doesn't- it doesn't
person
teach you how to
cheering the loudest,
well, what do they get?
a ribbon.
I feel like that makes more sense to me than in the race. I swam a race when I was a kid. I got last, and I got a ribbon that just said "You swam a race." That was it. It didn't have a placing on it. It didn't even have a placing. It was just like you did this.
and like it's not.
You did this thing.
But it's like you need to know with like it's like yeah, okay, cool. I came first, or I came second,
Yeah.
I came third.
But you got to
It's
have the
fine.
feeling of
But a
not doing well.
competition is healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to have something to drive to like to just like oh, it's okay, guys. Like just go in and just do your best. It's like yeah, but like there's
Dude, I think
the whole idea of it being a race.
I think, like you said, like losing's important. Like learning to lose at a young age is important because it's like, oh,
true.
because you're like, oh, I've actually got to work and be something to
Makes
get
that winning feeling
get that
so
feeling,
much better.
Yeah, to be like praised and be given something. It's like if
How
you,
about-
if you
how
do
did
nothing,
you-
if you do nothing, it's like when you see rich kids, man, like really rich, famous kids, and they do anything and they get everything, and they just become like shit people because they never actually try. It's like you always see, like I find it. Like, you know, just for a key example, like Conor McGregor, like obviously didn't have money and he's like made this massive following for himself, made millions and millions of dollars. Like, what do you reckon his 3 kids are going to be like? Like growing up on private jets and yachts and stuff.
I think that he would have a very like stern way of parenting though.
You'd hope so, but like I don't think
I
like,
reckon he plays a lot of it. I reckon he actually lives quite a
Modest
chilled out.
lifestyle.
Yeah, but-
on his Lamborghini.
But
boat.
that's what I mean. Like, if you got a Lamborghini boat and you're on private jets, like, there's only so much parenting you do when you're like, you can have anything you want.
But you can have everything, but be taught really good morals.
Yeah, I get it.
And then like not be a fuck up, or like not be like a spoilt little brat.
But that's going to be like a lot of work from him to make that. Like, I don't know what the kids are like, but I was just like, it's normally the parents that make it come from nothing, and then the kids lose it. And
Which is what he's kind of, you know, like he didn't have anything.
no, he was.
It's like he's
on
like so
welfare.
his story was like, you know, like like Tyson Fury's kid. He's gonna be like he will be the goat.
Is
Kid will be unbelievable.
Is he got a kid?
And he's got a son.
He's going to be a
Yeah, he's
boxer.
got a son.
He's not going to be a boxer though, is he?
Not sure.
I don't think he said he would want his son to be. I think he said he didn't want, and his son wouldn't be
A boxer?
because he knows the life that he's gonna have. Like he knows how privileged he would be. He's like, I don't want it. Like he doesn't. He's like, I don't want him to know the pain that I went through to
Yeah.
be what I was. And it's just like he doesn't want. Because that's the whole thing. It's like, how do you teach your kids to like appreciate that when it's like you don't want to put them through that. Like most of the real successful people are people that have like overcome something, have come from like a really bad, dark place, or like something's fucked them up. And it's like you want your kids to learn that, but you don't obviously throw them in the fire. Like that's a tricky thing to balance, to be like, how do I like make you actually live life, like proper life, and overcome adversity without making you overcome adversity? And like it's like you want them to struggle this much, but how do you critique that much?
The adversity might be different though. It might just like that might come from like a line of like of having a lot, you know, and then like being different because you do have a lot. Because that would be a hard thing as well.
Be like judged for being like, oh, you're this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or
even
like
going through
being in
school with like that.
yeah, or like being in the footsteps of like your father or your mother that was an
Famous.
all-time great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would had a huge element of pressure.
Imagine being like Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah, man.
Because this is the thing, it's like it carries with it so many more opportunities and so much skill and wisdom. But then you get with it, that pressure is like, like you should.
Oh, he's actually not that good.
Well, not even
So,
not that good, but it's like he
you
should
know.
be that good. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like Michael
yeah.
Jackson's son. If he wasn't good at basketball, you'd be like, how aren't you good at
I
basketball?
hope he would be able to moonwalk at least.
Yeah, like, but you get what I mean? It's like,
You said Michael Jackson.
oh, sorry, Michael Jordan, everyone, Michael Jordan. But like
Blanket.
blanket. Yeah, like if he wasn't good at like, and I was thinking about this the other day because a mate of mine like said, oh, I should come do this race, this XC race over at Nerang, and I was like, I didn't want to do it because there's like an expectation because I'm a rider that I should do well, but it's like I don't know, it's not my thing. I'm just like But then it's not the suffering part because I think I'm going to do like a triathlon in maybe Byron soon.
Sick.
So like I want to go into something that's going to be painful and suffer, but it's like because it's not my world, there's no expectation on whether I like have to do well. It's like if I get last, it's like who cares?
That's okay.
I did it.
Yeah. But it's funny how it's like I didn't want to jump into my world and try something similar because it's like then there's the expectation on me that you should
Does that
do
play
well.
like that's your ego playing there of like fuck like what do people think of me if I fail, and then there's an expectation.
Yeah.
Is that like
A little bit,
That's
yeah.
kind of where it's at. It's like, well, hold on, I can't be seen as like not being the best.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
because of where I sort of sit within like my community. You know?
Yeah, I think that's part of that. Even like when I didn't do well at Threadbow because I got sick and I just didn't feel good. I was like, and then because I feel like I've been promoting this like, oh, I'm getting after it and all this stuff, and then you don't. It's just like you full of shit kind of thing. Like I felt like that, but obviously there was a reason. But it's just you sound like the boy crying wolf kind of thing. Because then even when I got back, I was like, oh, you almost feed into that thing of like, oh, maybe I don't want to promote so much that I'm doing heaps of stuff because
then if the failure is there, it like
but it's even like well, I'm getting after
not
it.
failure, but
Not to your level, but it just should be like you should just get after it for the sake of getting after it, and that's motivating people. Like it was cool to go to the race and people say like, oh, that's been motivating.
Yeah.
Like my mum messaged me and she's like, oh, I've been watching your videos. I've started going to yoga and going to the gym.
Sick.
I was like, sweet. Like that's the biggest win
amazing.
ever. Like that's
It's
like
amazing,
if anyone, like it was gonna get pumped up. It's like that's the person you want to pump up is your mum.
Yeah.
I'm like that's sweet.
But those are the people that are really going to get it.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care about what you place. They
No way.
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your real people that are following you are pumped.
Yeah, it's a weird meritocracy, man. I always talk about it because at the race before, like I won, and it was like you see people like really excited,
Yeah.
and then like you don't do well, and it's just like they're like kind of thing. Like it's this like and it's like, but it was still a fun weekend. Like Zach did well, like it was like all these positive things happened. So I was like, oh, it's still sick, but that.
But I guess they're like those people are backing like a team. You know, they're backing you and they want you to win.
They're so invested in
They're so invested in you, and then it's like if you went and saw your team play footy, you know, and they didn't do that well. You'd be like, But that's because they're so invested.
But then it's interesting to hear, like to feel like or hear the psychology from the athletes, like from the rider's side, you know, or the person who is an athlete, because no doubt that feeling is a feeling that every fucking athlete in the world would feel.
Yeah.
Like there's no, a vast majority. So it's like interesting to feel it from that side. It's like where you feel that pressure, but then, you know, it's like from like the spectator side or the support side, it's like you just want them nothing more to win, nothing more than to win. But then if they lose, like sometimes you can go missing. And like how many people will be like, fuck, how good is that you won? But if you don't win, no one's like, hey man, like did amazing, like great race.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he didn't win. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. And I think we're all like victim to it in a way. Like I know I've like, you see someone winning and it like kind of excites you and you feel like there's more, I don't know, you feel more connected with them or you want to be more connected with them. I guess it's kind of is this like weird status thing and feeling that you get about being around something. But then obviously when you are doing well, you obviously carry yourself in a different way. Like you are more approachable, you are more like outgoing. But it's like trying to keep that even when you don't win in that sense. It's like carrying that mentality. It's like, I'm just happy for the sake of being happy and what I'm doing sick. But it just seems like even people, you know, when people come at you with a certain kind of energy, you kind of mirror that in a way. People go, like, oh man, like, and then like, then you kind of, oh, he's kind of like playing off that, like, oh, it's not a good thing. So then you kind of like feed off that and then return that with like, oh yeah, man, it kind of does suck. Instead of being like if I've, for example, just say I came down and got hosed, but I was like, fuck yeah, like so good, like just pumped. And people kind of wouldn't understand it, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, this is cool kind of thing. Like, and you can change there because it's like people can alter your emotions so quickly by like negativity or positivity. Like when I went to Falls, I remember because I was by myself and floating around a lot and I'd meet different groups and I'd kind of watch it more or less and I'd see someone come in that was really excited and you see the whole group dynamic shift and then it like builds everyone else up and then it would happen the same way, but someone would be like, oh no, it's not that good. It would be real hyped to go see like a set or something and someone's like, oh no, they're not very good. And straight away like, oh, I don't want to go watch. And then you're in your own head. It's like you've just changed your story of exactly what you want to do. Like you're so certain on, I want to go see this band at this time. And someone's like, oh, they're not that good. Like, why does their opinion now impact your feelings so heavily? And then you're like, oh, maybe I won't go. It's like, you wanted to go. You built that in your head enough to like at least go figure it out.
Yeah, no shit.
Because that happens so often. It happens so often, and then like the people that you interact with, they're just determining your actions more or less. Like if someone's like, and
but that comes back to like, you know, without being all cliche, but it's like, you know, they say like the people that you're closest with impact you the most and have the biggest like, you know, like bearing on your decisions and like and success and whatever. And it's true, because when you do look at like if you're hanging out with people that are down in the dumps or whatever, then like it's getting pretty hard for you to come up and be this really fucking excited, enthusiastic person. But if you're around people with good energy, bang, your energy's up, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, I feel like that can be across the board, like in like social outings, business, personal, like sporting, like everything.
Yeah.
It's like it plays the same role. Like it's just, yeah.
And I think when you can be around people, like the person I've been seeing at the moment, like I like thought like why I was like being so drawn, and it's like, you know, when you're around someone and like you actually are like your best self, and you think of ways to be better. Like you're like, oh, I should do this because this would make this better. Like you're obviously trying to improve yourself for the sake of being better for someone else. If that makes sense. It's like you want to lift yourself because you feel like you need to lift yourself because of how good that person is.
Yeah.
But if you surround yourself with heaps of people like that, it's like, well, he's that good of a person. I'm around him. It's going to lift me to be a better person. And then like that in turn just keeps like cycling through more and more people. 100%. And then if you can surround yourself with all those people, it's like this constant like, and not in a way it's like, I want to be better than you, but it's like, I want to be better than myself.
It's not competitive.
And it's like, I want to mirror what you're projecting onto myself and then be better. And then if you constantly surround yourself with people like that, it's like everyone just gets better slowly. Yeah,
man. And like, you know, there's two different types of people. There's people that are like, that'll be super happy for your success. Then there's people that will like it'll shit them.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
even though, and these would be some of your closest friends.
Yeah.
And there's an element of jealousy to your success.
Even if you're trying something new.
Yeah, it's like, he's never going to fucking
that won't work. That won't work.
Drives me insane.
It's like, why don't you just back me and support me?
Yeah.
You know, just be happy that I'm giving it a crack.
Share my post. Like, help me out.
Yeah,
Do all
I can't
that
believe he's
kind of
doing
stuff.
that. Yeah.
And then as soon as you make it or do something good, they're the first ones that ask for free stuff.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's super... That's the one thing that grinds my gears more than anything, I reckon.
Yeah, massively. Yeah. It's just disappointing. Like, because... And it's... I find it really bizarre because you think it's like the people that you're closest with.
Yeah.
And like that you think are like your fucking day ones, the ones that'll be there and be like, that like behind your back will be like, man, he's going to do so well. Like, I'm so pumped for him or her or whatever. And like a lot of the time they're the ones that are like picking you apart and going like, fuck, I don't know, is he going to do all right?
Yeah, don't know if he's got the drive.
No,
don't know if
I had that
with
with the business, like my first business, like all these people that were close to me, but not to my face. I heard from other people.
Yeah.
They're like, oh fuck, what's he doing? Like, why is he doing that?
Is
he going to do well? Is he going to fail? And because I heard that, because that business did fail.
Right. How much did you learn?
But like, oh man, biggest learning curve of my life, you know?
Yeah.
And like now I'm in a position where I've taken all of these lessons and then been able to like take them over to what I'm doing now. And like, and I'm
so
good. It's crazy. But at that time, right, is because I had all of these people naysaying me and I heard about it, I was like, fuck, I can't fail.
Yep.
I can't fail. If I fail, I'm going to look like a fucking idiot and my ego is going to get really badly bruised. So then when the business was failing, people were like, how's it going? I'm like, yeah, really good, really good. Fucking head in the sand, denial.
Yep.
Business wasn't going good.
Flat out.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, it's not.
Yeah.
And then like it took me months and months to like actually, man, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, no, it's not going good. Fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Like instead of just feeling this like terrible feeling inside of me every time I'm saying that it wasn't working. Oh, sorry, that it was going good.
But your friends as well, like your friends, instead of going to other people and saying, oh, is this going to work? Is it going to like go to you and be like, hey, like maybe you should try this to see if this, like, I don't know, give it, like, don't criticize it. Like give advice. Like I hate when people like, they want to give you a problem without trying to help you with the solution.
Yeah.
It's like, they'll say, this is wrong. And you're like, okay, what's right? And like, oh, I don't know. And you're like, well, why are you just pointing out shit that's wrong and like not trying to help me? Like, come back to me when you've got a bit of a solution.
Give me something here.
Something, man. Like, if you feel like enough that you want to tell me, you just being a dick, or do you want to help me? And then it's like, if you're telling me, come on, help with a solution, let's like figure this out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a really it's like it's just this. It's just jealousy, or not jealousy. Like, is it tall poppy syndrome? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Tall poppy syndrome.
Well, it's just an insecurity in themselves, man. Like they see themselves not being able to do the thing you're trying to do,
wanting
and
to go get after it.
And every time they pick something apart, it's like, well, I could mess it up that way, so he probably could mess it up that way, and they want you to reinforce the fact that they could as well, and then it makes them feel safe in their world of like security and not chasing after their dreams. They're happy and they're like, this is my world, this is what I do, it's not great, but I know I can do it. And then when someone else tries to do more, they try and tear you down because it's just trying to tear down themselves because they know they won't do it. So if someone else can do it, it's just a bad reflection of them.
Yeah, no.
So
100%.
it's all internal, but that's the sad thing that people,
100%,
people don't view that, and they just
But
get
I think the thing that freaks you out the most is sometimes your best mates.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting there and you're like, fuck, really?
That's the thing to let go as well,
Please.
because like, you know, if you be successul and you leave,
Yep.
you're gone. So
How
it
did
comes
you-
from a place of like love.
Yeah. How'd you overcome?
In terms of like
As in-
accepting a failure.
Yeah.
I don't think there was like there was a pivotal moment, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But it's just something clicked, and I was just like, dude, like, it's okay. It's okay to fail. And I don't know, like, I've just maybe like there was just maturity because I was like fairly young when I was in that business, and
Yeah.
so maybe like an element of maturity. I'm like, fuck, man, like, who gives a fuck? And like, you know, or like there'd be people in like, you know, your sort of like outer circles you're not super close with, right? And you're like, and like these people are like getting at you. You're like,
Yeah. Who
gives a
actually cares?
fuck?
Yeah.
like, and you know, like and then I look at the people that are passing judgment or like saying these things, and they're people that are not prepared to fucking go out and like take huge risk.
Yeah.
And like to be honest, and anyone that wants to or starts a business, like, mate, you're a winner the moment you decide to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Because the fucking courage that it takes to risk everything and not have the comfort of earning X amount of dollars each week,
Yeah.
you're a fucking winner in yourself for like taking the balls or having the balls to go and do that. In my opinion, I think that it's like, you know, like that's like it defines a person and it changes a person quick. Like,
it's just putting yourself in that situation.
you don't know, like you don't even know like how you're getting paid this week. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you're working 15 hours a day.
Dude,
like you're just
100%.
working.
Yeah,
Like
but when
just
it's like when it's
grinding.
when it's a dream though, when it's your thing,
It's
your,
so
it's your
good.
passion. You're like, everything I put in this is me.
There's-
And you don't care about how many hours you're putting into it.
Jeez,
But-
there's not a better feeling than having. I started over about a year and a half ago. I started a full driving
Sick.
fabrication company,
Yeah.
and having people buy this part that I actually made.
So
Just-
exciting.
I don't know 'em, you know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know these people, but
Yeah.
I was so like best feeling in the world. Just watching, or like I was addicted to my phone, like
Seeing all
not on
those.
anything else except Shopify. I was like, dude, I was walking around just being like, there's
It
someone in
makes
America,
the sound, bro.
Like,
It makes the sound.
that sound.
It's a fucking hectic
I
sound, isn't
I
it?
couldn't sleep. I full couldn't
Makes
sleep.
this sound. It's like cha-ching.
It's like a slot machine for
Dude.
ideas.
It's like,
hey?
yeah, it's basically like, it's pretty much like
Slot
you've
machine
hit,
for
you fucking hit
Jackpot.
the jackpot. Yeah, it's like cha-ching. You're like,
But it's your idea and it's your hard work, and it's
Dude,
not,
that's
yeah.
if I'm gonna get addicted to anything in this life.
That sound.
that sound.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny, man? So there was a company I used to buy gym equipment from,
Yeah.
and anyway, the owner of this business, I'm obviously not going to like mention names, but the owner of this business
Derek.
was so hello. He was like so money focused and so money driven, which is not why you should start a business, right?
No.
Like, and you get found out pretty quickly. But anyway, so I remember I went in there because we were going to wholesale some of their equipment.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had this fucking thing on like loud in the office. And I didn't know at this point, like I didn't know what it, because I was using WordPress for my previous business.
Yeah.
So it's like cha-ching. I'm like, what the fuck? So I went for this initial meeting. I'm like, what was that? And he's like, the sound of money. Like, but like fucked up. Like it was
loved it.
creepy. And
You boys aren't far off. You're not far off. You're not far off. Say what you want. But you guys got pretty riled up.
sound.
You guys got pretty riled up before. I know you're coming up. Yeah, I know what you're doing here, but
Hey, you know what? I'll put a sale through my website now just so you can hear the sound. Do you want me to do that? Just
yeah, I actually want to. Yeah,
1000%.
yeah. I want to hear. I've never actually heard it. The sound of money.
But yeah, anyway, so 3 years on, this business is quite a big business now.
Yep.
Still has the fucking cha-ching.
How often does it go
It's
off?
like a team of like 20 people, and he's like, now he's got a thing that like comes up and it ticks over the revenue and everything. I'm like, bro, like,
That's not it.
what the fuck?
That
like,
is not
that
it.
shouldn't be your main primary focus in a business. Like, how about the customer service, the quality of what you're giving?
The happiness of
Your
staff.
employees.
Yeah.
Dude, it would all come down. How easy would it be to be an employee and just see these dollar signs and just being like, and I'm getting paid this much and you're
Yeah.
getting this much?
Yeah.
And
It's a disconnect.
even though it goes every other place before
Yeah.
it goes in your pocket. But
Still, I don't think that's the one.
nah,
Excited to hear
So
this.
bad, man.
But like the fear of going out on your own and being like, all right, what do we like? This is a new challenge, but
Phone's about to die here.
quick.
But I also get how he could get like that.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, you guys got your eyes lit up before. I was like, you guys are into this.
man,
now.
I'm about to make a sale on my website so we can hear the sound.
Yeah, but
Have I become him?
yeah, a little bit. But still, I want to hear the sound
Yeah,
too. We've
fuck
hyped it up.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, it's going to your bank. come
Fast
on.
forward to
fucking
5
funny.
years. We just full suits.
Just dinging off its head, just like a few machines going.
Tell you what's
off.
amazing, Shop Pay. It's like a new thing for Shopify. You can pretty much check out and pay in like minutes.
How like imagine when you just think about what you want and then it rocks up at your house.
That's nice.
Like it'd be here by now if like you'd just be like,
Doghouse.
dog. What do you mean?
Imagine if you're thinking of something and it rocked up to your house.
It'd be some fucked
Bad.
up shit.
Imagine the stuff that would rock. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Here we go.
Oh, turn it off. He's gonna make the sound straight away. We're gonna have a build up.
Hopefully. Here we go. Ready? It's $129. What a rip-off.
Is it gonna? Are you gonna cancel it after you?
No, I'm just going to do pickup. I'll do pickup here. Should come through quickly. Must be a bug on the website.
It's not good advertising.
This isn't good, is it? Hey.
You're not selling it.
You know what, guys? Next topic.
Is that it?
That's
No,
not it,
That's a
mate.
text message. I get that one. That one's not that addictive.
Did we just discover a bug on your...
Yeah.
Well, that's one good thing.
I can't pay.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Have you not been here in the ding for a while?
No, it's fair.
That's why he's got it in the office. He's like, there's a bug in the system. So he would have found out that straight
That's
away.
terrible, man. Anyway, let's get off this. It pissed me off.
Who's running the
Him.
No,
you
I've
would
got other people running it.
you'd have other people running it.
Yeah, I'll have to suss that out. That's not good.
We're going to have a talk tomorrow.
Yeah, someone's getting in trouble.
All right, Discover Weekly music. The best and worst thing ever.
What's that?
Do you reckon Discover Weekly on Spotify? Like 1 week it's like hits me in a place that just you want to be touched. And then the next week it's like so far off.
Just
I
Like, don't you reckon? It's
don't use it.
I've never used Discover Weekly. I was like,
How do you
is it like a
discover new
magazine?
music, guys? How do you discover new music?
I don't.
What do you
I'm still listening to Tupac.
Just on rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
To be fair, I get some good music out of that every now and again.
Okay, well, that's something I might actually.
But I usually... You just go to the songs you like and click radio. That's what's up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
I do-
that's
and then you
all,
just
that's
like-
all I do.
I do that as well, but I feel like Discover Weekly is sometimes it's on, sometimes it is on.
Do you
Not
guys
really selling it though.
Do you guys download your music?
Have you s-
What?
What do you mean, like onto the phone?
As in on LimeWire.
No, like onto you mean onto your phone. So when you're offline,
Yeah, bro. What are you guys using at the moment for DLs? Onto your library.
You guys figure that one
What were the good ones again? What was it? LimeWire.
There was Pirate.
No, there was. What was the one in like the guy off the social network, and then Justin Timberlake plays the owner of that one. What was that one? Have you seen that movie?
No.
Yeah, about Facebook. Anyway.
Yeah. I do download it all.
Yeah, so it's all in your library.
100%. Because as soon as you get on a plane, it's all like game over.
You're fucked. Because I've only got like maybe 30 songs. It's not
Downloaded.
good. Yeah. But like I hit download, but I don't know like whether I'm just not...
Hitting
I
it
don't know.
right.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's pretty concerning. So like, look, we've got all these.
But you've only got...
They're not actually downloaded, man. So like if I go out of reception,
If you go on like a plane or something.
they're not downloaded. I've
not
just got
good.
this like measly like little pool of
$2.
No, I just download like my like
great artists.
like songs. I have a few like songs.
Oh, downloaded.
It's because if you go on a plane or something, you won't be able to use them. That's what you're
I
saying.
know, and then like I am just stuck on this repeat of like Iris.
I like it how most of my...
Good
I
dolls. Great track.
feel like I'm just teaching you guys with these things about like, you know, like...
What?
You should put that
LimeWire?
on your OnlyFans, bro.
You guys know Discover Weekly now.
My dick. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about all the infants.
Off the OnlyFans. Like, what was the milk you were talking about before?
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, wait, he's got something.
have you guys seen Zupa Duper milk in the supermarket? No.
Isopols.
Zupa Duper milk.
Yeah, but it's the Isopol brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Milk.
make. Oh, it's flavoured milk, but it's super duper flavoured.
Who's buying that?
That's disgusting. Children.
What's the
Children would love that.
What's the worst thing you reckon you see in the supermarket? You're like, oh.
Zupa Duper milk, dude. I walked past the aisle and I was like, oh, that's going in the bloody list, isn't it? Zupa Duper milk. Disgusting.
Have you tried
It's
it?
not that bad.
Have you tried it though? Have you tried it?
Like if you're a kid,
I reckon it probably tastes pretty good.
did you
I
used
don't
to
agree
smack-
with.
Did you used to smack like strawberry Nesquik?
Oh,
Because that shit was good.
Yeah.
do you guys drink much normal? Do you guys drink much
What's
normal
the
milk
difference?
now?
Probably the same thing. They probably just relabeled the strawberry Nesquik.
Do you guys drink much cow's milk now?
You're like you see.
You check.
This is actually an ad for Zupa Duper milk. Do you reckon if we can get sponsored by Zupa Duper milk, would you take it?
No.
Fuck yeah! Someone we'll have like the 2 liter challenge.
We just got to drink it every episode. You got to
I
chug.
was like, wow.
This is so bad.
That went so viral, didn't it? Everyone just,
Yeah.
just chugging milk.
A friend of mine did it, but they put green dye in it. And then he's just like at a basketball court, he's just like, wow. Like, why?
That is not going to age well, is it? Do you guys drink much milk now? Like cow's milk?
Just like, I'll have a little bit of coffee, that's it.
So you drink it?
Yeah.
So
I said, no, not that much. You said you...
Oh, but like, yeah, like
I'll
as
have
a
it
kid,
in a-
like
in a
you would,
piccolo.
you would,
I'll have it in a
you would have glasses of milk.
you'd like literally,
Weird.
yeah, or like chug chocolate milk, or like.
So weird.
But I find that weird
Last
now.
night.
You had a glass of milk.
No.
I think
I'm not going to say which partner.
She have a glass of milk.
Two.
A glass of
No,
milk
no,
with
no.
dinner.
No, before she went to bed.
Yeah, you have dreams. No, I
No,
get.
she had a glass of milk.
Yeah, you have
This is the
dreams.
first time in years this has
Dreams?
happened.
You have dreams. Yeah, you have cheese dreams.
What the fuck are you on
You know,
about?
it's
Wait,
like-
are you talking about her dreams? Or
No, 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 she- no, no, no.
She just like treated herself to a glass of milk prior to bed.
Yeah, that's and you have dreams. It has a reaction in your body that makes you dream. And
Is that dairy?
I think it's just dairy. Yeah, but they call them cheese dreams, and it's like
Might punch a liter.
Do
no,
the
actually,
milk
no.
challenge and go to sleep.
Just fucking
No, if you
Don't
drink
worry
a glass
about
of milk
ayahuasca.
before bed, you will like have real vivid dreams.
Really?
You'll remember. Yeah.
full cream.
I think when I did it, I was full cream, but I don't drink milk at all anymore. But I remember someone told me about it. I was like, no, and then I did it, and I was on the bus with them going to school the next day, and I was like, you're right.
So either,
Like you remember
I
it
saw
so
some
clear.
shit.
either
Yeah,
have
you
vivid
do.
dreams or you shit yourself.
Oh no, both. It's both. It's both. And then you dream about that
I
next
had
night.
this dream that I shit my...
I got a message of her today saying we should do a your allergy test.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, because I felt real sick last night.
Oh.
I think it was something I ate. I was like, you drank milk.
The pint of pure that you smashed before.
I'm not saying which
Wait,
I'm not saying who it was.
How'd you feel after the cobbler the other day? Because like I had heaps
Oh,
of bread.
the-
I didn't feel good. Like it tastes really good, but I like.
Fucking tasty.
But like I felt like.
Do you guys have cob loaf?
Yeah.
So good, man. They had it at the UFC. Someone brought a cob loaf.
Yeah.
That
what you-
is-
Don't worry
not
about
what
the
you-
box of favourites. Like the dish that you
That's
bring
it.
if you don't know what to bring. Like,
Cob loaf.
man, it was really
It was good. Except
cob
I
loaf,
just
yeah.
felt like when you eat a lot of bread. I don't do well with bread.
Yeah,
Like
it
lots
gets you a
of
bit,
lots of bread is like.
bloaty, doesn't it?
Even my skin reacts bad to it. Yeah, like
Does it?
yeah. I think it's like the gluten intolerance or something from
Yeah.
it. It's
How intolerant to everything are we these days?
It's not good.
Isn't
That's
it?
why I didn't want to do this test. Because
Because,
I don't
like,
want to stop eating spaghetti.
Even milk. Did you say pescetti?
She's spaghetti.
Is that pescetti? I don't want to stop eating pescetti. Like, inner child just pops or what? I actually did. You said pescetti.
No, I didn't, motherfucker.
It's on recording. We listen back. We've got the
We're not. We're not listening back.
I don't want to stop eating pescetti. I like pescetti.
I love the joke when you know the video of us where we got the bowl cut. You got the bowl
Oh,
cut?
dude, that
And
is the funniest
the start
video.
of the video, it sounds like a kettle's boiling because it's just us laughing. But you know when you laugh, but there's no noise comes. It's just like a whistle. It's like
So funny, dude. I watched that back.
I'll see if we.
I've seen the bowl cut one as well.
Oh man, just listen to this laugh and listen to it and pretend it's like a kettle boiling. Wait, I'll get it out. I love that I've got this. So wait, not this one. Ready? Just listen to the start. that is a squeaky wheel. That is not a person.
That is us losing our minds.
Man, have you seen? Oh,
It's COVID. It's COVID.
oh
Best
man.
and worst thing. Best
Like,
if it lasted 6 months.
Yeah, like look
So
at it.
fucked up, man. So wrong. So wrong.
Oh man. Oh, we had then you just shaved it all off. That's when you lost the bike race. We pretended like he shaved. He just woke up one day. He's like, I'm just gonna shave my head, and he shaved it bald. I was like, oh, that's
But, like,
gone now.
Razor.
Like razor.
Oh, like proper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just did a bike race after the fact, and then we said he lost the bike race, so we had to shave his head, even though he'd already done it. We just made him wear a helmet the whole time. So,
Okay.
Cam.
hi Cameron.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Surely not.
What?
We're potting.
3 hours.
What?
2 hours 17.
Oh,
Been
fast.
Harry Potter in my room.
Do you want to come join? Do you want to come join? But Cam's gonna do one, but he's gonna wear a ski mask because he's mysterious, and we're gonna. What name?
Mysterio.
What name do you want to go under?
Dude Cam.
No, who's Cam?
Oh, this is Dude Cam.
Cam's actually the most mysterious person you've ever met.
I reckon we should buy Cam some followers.
Dude, they stitched me up big time.
It's come out on the line.
It's fucking... My phone's blown up.
Is he still getting them?
Mate, the algorithms will catch you admit
That's what I mean.
Fuck. Keep it on the low.
Oh, hey, man. Geez, you got a lot of followers. What did that happen?
Has anyone hit you up?
Not yet. Because they're all fake.
No, what
It'll happen.
Did a put.
We had a taste test mid podcast.
It's good. You should try some, Cam. You'll love it.
Probably not.
Joe hated it.
Depends if you like things.
Wait, what? I'm still on the milk thing. Why do you have to pay more for you know how you like get a different milk for coffee?
Because it costs more.
Yeah,
No, it
'cause
doesn't,
they've got
though.
to. Well, yeah, probably.
It's
It probably
costs the same
costs
at the
more
supermarket.
to farm them.
It costs
Like
the
to
same.
farm
It
the
costs
almonds and shit.
It costs the same at the supermarket.
I think.
When you go to
No.
the supermarket, like
Milk almonds.
no, but oat milk and cashew milk and all that are the same at the supermarket in the next to each other. Like,
But is it?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
no, it's not the same as the normal milk.
No, it's
Isn't
not
it?
the same.
Yeah.
Is it more?
It's like
Yeah.
$4 or $5.
What's
For
normal?
1 litre.
I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't brought normal milk in a long time, so I actually don't know the price.
I'm starting to think you're not bringing facts into this podcast.
All right, I take that back.
All cafes are dogs.
You know, there's small businesses that are just really trying.
They're scum.
Fuck them.
Scum.
We should write reviews.
My list of things that like really grow on my gears has really just been like overturned and thrown back at me.
Sorry, man.
The QR code thing though, that was
that's a good
that was
one.
agreed upon.
Oh, big time.
All right, you guys have anything to touch on?
Nah, but I'd love to hit this again though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, yeah.
After you get Joe back for the
Nah, we're even.
You know what? We'll come back again once I have made my fair and humble retaliation.
yeah.
Can we retaliate against not me,
No,
but
no, that'll 100% be.
Thank you.
I mean, Dean could get caught in a bit of the crossfire potentially, but most likely not, and it's going to be all.
You two know. You know where you know where this idea. You know where this idea. You know where this.
guilty.
You know where this came about. Like I'm going to be honest. I paid for the followers, but Joe.
Well,
Joe was the one that.
now
He presented the argument in the first place. I got in the car. And he's like, "You know what my new favorite thing is?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Buying people followers."
yeah.
And then
that's like if you've like invested into a business and you're just the money.
Yeah,
you still go down.
Yeah.
So you're both fucked.
Fantastic.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
That's right. Yeah, leave it with me.
All right, to be continued.
Next week.